Okay. Yes, hello. Oh yeah, we are there. Hello, there it is. Fair winds travelers, welcome back, man. Star Wars Galaxies Legends. Okay. I have been kind of working on things in the background here. Not on this character, but like I got another character and I've been working on him. So I've been kind of trying to learn things as I go along. Pick more things up. I definitely should have, let me see here. I want to see if I even have this. Data pad. Dang it. Okay, so there's your first shifty tip of the day. If you play Star Wars Galaxies, make sure you do all of the quests that have you talk to. Hello, my honey. That have you talk to. There's like a dude, and you talk to the lieutenant lady, and she sends you into space, or she sends you to go talk to guys in the hangar to go to space, and you got to do a bunch of space quests for them. But do it because you get a cool ship, and I don't have that ship now. I only have my Z95 that I've been given, which is great. I love my Z95, but you know, I want all my stuff that I can get. Anyway, let's see. Two-handed, first generation. One-handed, two-handed. Interesting. What's the difference? One-handed melee weapons. So can you dual-wield lightsabers? This version of saber may hold 2 crystals. Well, that's weird. I'm gonna have to look for that. Oh, lightsaber crafting toolkit. Oh. Requires 1 component. Advanced droid frame unit. Requires 60 units of steel, 30 units of fiberglass. Droid brain advanced. So I could probably like buy this stuff. Oh, buddy. I could make a... Dang. I could make a double lightsaber. Or dual-handed like a fucking maul saber. Oh, that is cool. Let's see. How do I do that? I need to learn how to craft a lightsaber. There's 10 units of metal, 6 units of mineral, 8 units of chemical. That's it. That doesn't sound like a lot. What am I currently using? It just says first generation. Complexity. Let's see, I want to see like the maximum damage, conductivity. Okay, it doesn't actually say the like stats of it and stuff. Okay, this is crazy. Okay. Slowly like learning about stuff. What did that say? Did that say add to collection like I think it did? Add to collection. Ooh, teeny. Okay. So what were we in the middle of doing? We gotta talk to Pol Handrin. Eventually I'll have to like off camera. That's kind of the reason why I have a second Jedi and stuff, so I can kind of do things off camera on this character that isn't this one, and tinker with things, figure things out, and like do things that I'm maybe not doing on this character to just learn as much as I can. You know what? Let's call my thing. My thing be thangin'. RT. Pol Handrin. Where is he? He's at. This is a cool and beautiful little wind farm out here. What are you doing out here, Pol? A farmer. What are you farming? Let's see. My farm is really beginning to suffer. Well, the first problem has to do with some enraged carrion spats. Okay, so defeat 10 enraged carrion spats in the grave feather, not the Grave Father. Oh, we going. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, I like this. This is good, like, scene area. Oh, fuck, I like this area. Nice. Okay. An enraged carrion spat. Oh, I see. Where is Grave Feather? Okay. Sorry. Sharing things around right now. Yes, it's Star Wars Galaxies. Yes, hello, fair winds. How's it going? Okay. There we go. Yeah, they sound pretty enraged. That's right, I need to use my buffs down here. Alright, where's Grave Feather? Let's just take this guy out now. There we go. Heal up. Okay. Only 3 left. 2. Burp. Queen. Do you want Juan? I only need Juan. Oh god. I was like, what just loaded in? There we go. Just gotta go back to Paul. 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 On my RT. Boom. Hello, sir. Oh, well, you really did it. I must say I'm impressed. I think I had thought you'd never been able to pull that off. You ready for the second task? Sure. Group of bandits led by Trey and Nadgar. They call themselves the Nadgar Bandits. I don't like the name. Let's call them the Trey Bandits. How about that? We're gonna call them the Trey Bandits. I think I prefer that name. Defeat Trey and then 12 of the bandits. Oh, I gotta retrieve stolen grain. Oh, interesting. I'm snared. Mom, help me, I'm snared. There we go. Oh, there's 9. I need 9 of those things, do I? Oh boy. Okay, let's look around. There's 1. So, 6 remaining. 6. Let's beat these guys up. Any of these guys apparently count. Bop, 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 bop. Let's see. Guess we'll go further into the base. Aha. 5 remaining. Oh. 4 remaining. Whew. There's a lot going on. This is like 5 dudes at once. Can I take on 5 dudes at once? I don't know. This is gonna be a real tight squeeze. Uh-oh. Oh, just barely. Just barely I can take 5 guys at once. Wait a second. How do I fix that? Hey, hey. There we go. I love that. I like being able to look around as I want. Kind of like that. Oh, yeah, you did come into a pretty, I gotta take 5, I had to take 5 dudes at once, didn't you see it? It was kind of crazy. I remember this game. Hello, Mike. Yes, it is I, Eirek Starstrider, playing real Star Wars Galaxies. You can play it. It is playable. And other people, there's like 700 people online or something right now. No lie, most MMOs have less, or a lot of games, I should say, have less players online right now than Star Wars Galaxies. Legends on the Omega server specifically. I'm playing. This is all new NGE, just in case nobody kind of figured that out. There we go. I got it. That was everything. Oh, what? Oh, come on. I mean, what? I had to take... you didn't see it? I had to take 5 dudes at once. It was crazy. It was... You didn't see that? It was insane. It's all on the stream. It's live. Live, right on YouTube. Shifty Persona takes 5 guys at once. Yeah, I have kind of wanted to, like... That stuff was pretty good too. Well, you only sort of start as a Jedi. You take as the, you sort of start. You start as Jedi as a profession, so you're on the track, but you still don't actually get a lightsaber till like, was it 20 something? Let's see. You don't get your lightsaber until. Let's check this. Let's, just to be sure about this. It's somewhere in phase 1. Nope, not even. Initiate's robe. Oh yeah, 26. At level 26, you get the Jedi artifact, and then I believe that leads you on a quest to get your first lightsaber. But you have to get clear to level 26 before you ever set your hands on a lightsaber. So... I mean, I think you probably could just give yourself one or buy one, or but you know, if you want to be lame like that, I guess. Oh, that's right. I can just go back to Pole Hand Darren. I got to do nothing else here. Here we go. Well, in the old game, it's kind of a rabbit hole, actually. People talk about this game a lot. There's like 3 different versions of this game. There's the game in its original state at release. Then there is the game when they did the combat update or whatever and tried to make the combat a little tighter. Then there is what I'm playing now, which is NGE, New Game Experience. A lot of this has been redone and reworked. In particular, on the Legends itself, there has been a ton of additions of quests and stuff like that. There's whole brand new theme parks that exist in this game, thanks to the Legends people and that whole thing itself. So, in my opinion, This is like the best Star Wars simulator ever. Period. There's nothing that comes close to being. I mean, this and like every Star Wars game I play has aspects of good Star Wars simulation. So like Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, and Outcast and stuff like that have the best lightsaber fighting. You know what I mean? Let's see. Star Wars, the new Jedi games have the best storytelling. You know what I mean? They're trying to tell a real story through these games and not just piece together from old bits in legends and stuff and fit between books and stuff like that. KOTOR has the best like game mechanics and world building and stuff like that and the depth and complexity. But this game takes well, I wouldn't say all those different aspects because the story, it's a story. It depends on what story you're talking about, you know what I mean? There really is no Star Wars Galaxy story. The story of Star Wars Galaxies is your story, and that's kind of the point. So this takes a lot of them different aspects, and it's all, there's all of it here. I'm not saying in its full capacity, but everything exists in this game. There's great space flight. The combat is still fun and still interesting, even though it's an MMO and you're just doing skills and stuff like that. The worlds are interesting. The lore of it all is interesting because it's Star Wars. It's all and they've done really well to work it all into it. The way the mechanics of like appearance and stuff like that, I love. Of course, you know, this is part of the NGE stuff. I mean, this is what I would look like right now if I was just playing the game, which is not as nearly as cool as this. It's not nearly as cool. So I'm just saying, like, this and that is like, I'm just saying, like, great, cool, I got a nice little Padawan robe, which kind of doesn't really make sense for the era that we fit in right now. If you think about it, it doesn't really make sense because Luke's kind of barely just become a Jedi and all that stuff, like, honestly. But so why am I wearing a Padawan robe from like fucking the Republic days, you know what I mean? Like Anakin in them days, that kind of, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense when you think about it. It should be some kind of, it should be closer to like just Ben Kenobi's robe. You're just wearing some shitty, a shitty tunic and a fucking nasty brown robe and some brown boots. It shouldn't be like all this and all. This is like a Padawan robe from fucking Star Wars, you know what I mean? But the point is, like, oh, look at that. I mean, boom. And so, and it's just like all these things kind of add up to the, like, if you love Star Wars, I actually watched something earlier that was talking about it perfectly. This game is effort. You're like, if you don't really care about Star Wars and if you don't really care about the complexity of the game, don't bother with it. I'm telling you. But if you love Star Wars and you want to get into Star Wars, like you really want to get into the nitty gritty of some Star Wars, play Star Wars Legends. It's the best way. And I mean, the complexity of this kind of stuff, like it's kind of, you know, I got a dice here. I can roll this dice. I'm gonna roll a die real quick. Look at that. My 100-sided die rolled a value of 46. I mean, you can just do all kinds of things in this that you just... Okay, what is this? An unknown crystal fragment. Oh, I add that to my collection. Ootini, motherfucker. And it's just like this. This is like, it does it for me. It really, really does. So I'm about to take a drink. I'm wasting time. So yeah, I was just thinking about it, man. Like, combat too. Combat is or the space combat. I mean, I love the space combat. It is the best Star Wars space sim for real. For real, for real. And if you report back to that, nice, go see my cousin in the Capitol building. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go report to Lieutenant Jasper and then go see someone else, apparently. I mean, there's also the whole, like, brother, you can, like, craft it your own ship and like build it and like put parts in it and like do all this stuff and learn to like pilot it, but like it's just it's everything that you would pretty much ever want in a Star Wars game. I don't know. I mean, yeah, things could be better, and it's old and it's dated, but like, I've played Star Wars: The Old Republic. I really don't think they do a lot better than this. There's not a whole lot about Star Wars: The Old Republic that's better than this. I'm just gonna say that. Let's put it like that. There's very few. I can't think of one aspect off the top of my head that I like better than Star Wars Galaxies. I'm just saying about Star Wars: The Old Republic. So. And like, I haven't played it in like a fucking year or two, so that's part of it, I'm sure. But hey, 43, off skull. But still, it's Star Wars Galaxies, man. Let's see. Understand how much of anything unusual. Okay. Especially if it might be illegal. Got it. I'm just kind of thumbing through it's like MMO level story right now. It really kind, like, I don't know, man. I like the Old Republic, but it just seems it's too small. It's too contained. It's too linear. It doesn't have this, Star Wars Galaxies, for all its jank, the reason why it, if it didn't have, how do I even explain it? The game wouldn't be able to be this massive in this complex without the jank that is here and the weird things, and it's so, I don't know, there is a magic here that just doesn't exist, I think, in Star Wars: The Old Republic, just in my opinion. Speak with Galura Handaren. Okay, Galura, who is that? Wait a second. Corsac agent. Galura. Ah, perfect. See, and I was like, I remember going into GameStop. That was another game that I just like. It was for computer. We didn't even have a computer at that point in time when Star Wars: The Old Republic came out. And I remember going into GameStop to buy like a pre-owned copy of Sly or something like that, and seeing on the TV the Old Republic commercial and just fucking being enamored with it, because I've loved Star Wars since I was a child. Literally, some of my earliest memories are watching Return of the Jedi. You know how children do that thing where they kind of stand at the, like, there's like you got a coffee table, and they're on the other side of the coffee table, like standing up, but leaning against the coffee table, you know what I mean? Just enraptured in something. That was me watching Return of the Jedi as a little baby. That's some of my earliest memories. So, yeah, I don't know. I love, man. This is doing it for me, basically. This is doing everything that Disney refuses to do for me. Let's put it like that. What is this task? You should go around Coronet to all our government drop boxes and check them for any documents or data pads that need our attention. Okay, so I just gotta check. I'm just running their errands, basically. Sick. Boop, 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 boop. And like the additions of cool things, like things I recognize. Oh no, I gotta find the drop boxes around Coronet. Oh, fuck. Well, this is gonna be a real pain in the ass. That means I just gotta look for drop boxes randomly around Coronet. Oh, brother. This is probably gonna be something I'm gonna look up. I can't believe they don't give me waypoints for this. That's crazy. I mean, I can believe it. This is Star Wars Galaxies, but... oh, there's no way I'm just gonna wander around Coronet. This place is massive. I need 7 of them. Well, let's try. I mean, because here's one. I know what they look like. I've seen them before. It's just finding 7 of them in this massive city is kind of a ridiculous ask. Let's see. So it's even more ridiculous to think that brother, it's Star Wars. You have the technology. Put the fucking data in my goddamn data pad. Just slap it down here. Touch my data pad with your data pad, and that's how it works. And then you're gonna give me the data. That's how it works. I've seen Star Wars. I know this. I know it. So what are we doing here? Okay, so we just gotta keep. There's one. Look at that. What was that? Oh, I'm being attacked by something. What the f is not? Excuse you. Vicious thug, huh? Yeah, let's see. I thought you were vicious. What are you tagging me for? I was just checking the drop box. Get messed up with my lightsaber, with my purple lightsaber. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, I love the lightsaber crafting mechanics. The idea that I get to make a lightsaber, like a lightsaber thing, and I'm gonna do like put lightsabers together and stuff, and be oh brother, oh brother, got me going, got me going. No drop boxes over here. The best thing to do is to kind of go from the outside in. So I'll just like wander around the outskirts of the city for a while and work my way towards the middle. Wait a second. That looks like a collection item. Or have not activated this collection yet. The question is, why do I need to activate it? I'm just running around super fast looking for drop boxes. Drop that box. Drop that box. Drop it. Because if it takes me too long to actually just find the damn things, I'll certainly look it up, because I guarantee the exact waypoints for every box are sitting on the Star Wars wiki right now waiting for me to look it up. But that's not fun. I try to find things first. I just don't want to waste people's time either, so if I can't find it, I will definitely look it up. But if we can find it, wouldn't that be much cooler? The city's power station or something. Who are you? Oh, Meat Lump. What are you doing in here? That's not good. He's literally in there, like, sabotaging something right now. I think. Is someone gonna do something about that, or are we just gonna ignore that? I think we're just gonna ignore that, I guess. They act like they're around the city of Coronet, but I think like they're really quite close to the building itself. Because I have not seen one in a fucking hot minute. Slash tar drop box. Would that work? Nope. Might be too far away. Because I haven't seen one in a while. So something tells me that I'm like not really anywhere near actually being near one. Wait a second. Oh, it's Corellia. Just a sign. It's a sign. It's a sign of the times. Hmm. Okay, I'm probably gonna end up just looking it up because they seem to, oh my god, that seems a little broke. I don't think that's supposed to be right there. Okay, so there's one. I've been to that one. I see one. Four remaining. Yeah, they've all got to be, like, in this general vicinity, so I'm going to stick to this general vicinity. General vicinity. I have the reports for you, sir. Hello. Doing Star Wars Galaxies. Wandering around looking for drop boxes right now, though I cannot. Very well. Well, except for the fact that I can barely find these drop boxes to save my life. Well, here's one. Is this a different one? It is. 3 remaining. Need to find 3 more of those. Oh, is that one that I've already touched? 2 remaining. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, and they just attacked me out of nowhere. I get it. So they're attacking the people that touch the drop boxes. Huh. Oop. There you go. Get touched. So I just need 2 more, which means they gotta be close. Well, this one. No further interest. Purple. Like the window. Okay, yeah, this is like too far. I don't see any of them over here at all. So they're all kind of in the vicinity of that plaza. Let's see, touch that one. Touch the one in front. Let's see. You gotta find drop boxes. They don't give you any waypoints or anything. You just gotta find them and touch them. So we'll give it a tooch as soon as I can find it. But they hide the damn things good, apparently. How about in the bazaar? Anybody in anything in the bazaar? Nope. Yeah, I've just got, I think I only have, like, standard colors so far, so, like, got, like, a yellow saber, I've got a, what is it, pink, no, not pink, I'm thinking of the things that I've already said, let's see, average of extra stars, oh, there's nothing wrong with that, I mean, everybody's got their own thing, I don't suppose they got any, of the drop boxes in here, do they? I was saying earlier about this is like my shit, dog. I love Star Wars. It's my favorite. What is it, like, single franchise, pop culture or whatever franchise, Star Wars. But yeah, I've got green, red. Let's see. I don't know. I think I put most of them all away. Oh no, they're in my backpack. Open up my backpack. They're in my backpack. I've got yellow saber, green saber, and red saber, and my purple saber, the one I'm using, of course. I don't think I can even open this. Yeah, there it is. Yep. Light purple. So it's not a dark purple, it is a light purple, to be clear. I'm kind of lame. I'm a Luke Skywalker main, but because I'm a basic goody two shoes. I should say my favorite is he's a Legends Luke Skywalker though, man. I think Star Wars peaked with the Legends material, honestly. I'm honestly just about to look these up because I feel like I've looked everywhere. I already touched this one. Yeah, no further interest. Oh yeah, orange, that is one, isn't it? Well, there it is. One remaining. It's gotta be like right here. So where have I not touched it? Wonder if this is it. No, okay. Come on. Balin is my mirror. Oh, nice. So there's one here that that's like hiding. It's hiding really well from me. Hold on. Gotta be around here. So it's not that far. It's not inside a building. Let's see. Probably about to just, I'm about to just look it up, honestly. I'm gonna have to target the waypoints for the specific ones. Maybe just slow down and take a look around. It's gotta be like right, I'm sure it's like right fucking in front of me. It's just one I haven't seen. Yep, I'm about to just look this shit up. I see. So you can see him from far away too. That's the thing. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to just look that up real quick. Hold on. So, oh yeah, did you watch Evil yet? No, but I did look up that other thing you were telling me, trying to get some inspirations for a potential Skyrim run. Oh, here, let me do this. This is more fun. I'm down here. There we go. I'm looking up now, also on YouTube. So since you know more than I do for sure, I guess as something I've been watching the films. Is it fair to say that the Jedi just respond? I mean, sort of. So the thing about well, so the thing about the Jedi in like the first 3 movies, particularly, is that a lot of it was led by like, as they say, their vision is clouded. That's like a very specific line, and it's like super true. They can't really see the future anymore. Part of it is that they rely too much on that kind of thing instead of just falling back and relying on the Force itself. But it's kind of hard to explain, man. Imagine being someone living and you're just like, you're starting to go blind. Imagine you just start going blind one day. You just wake up and you can't see very good. Yes, N5, you were talking about cryomancer stuff. This was the other day or something. You know what I mean? What's his name? Tizzy or something, I believe you told me to look up. But the cryomancer challenge or what the fuck ever. I was looking that up anyway. But yeah, imagine you wake up one day and you just kind of start going blind, and you're slowly going, like, not even slowly, it just happens, like, by the day you're getting more blind and things become more you have to rely more on your own senses, and things kind of become, I'm sure, confusing for a while. I'm also hold on. I'm looking things up at the same time, so I'm not just standing here forever. Uh, Working for the government. Uh, and they would that cloud be caused by them being complacent? It's. I mean, it. Kind of depends on. Hold on, I'm trying to find these. And check the government drop. Way purple Corellia. Oh my god, what is that? Starport. Way purple Corellia. Holy shit. Okay. So, sorry, back to that. I was looking up the Dropbox locations. So, caused by them being complacent. It's hard to explain. I don't know, man. I don't really know a whole lot about the story. I know the story of the movies themselves and the story kind of surrounding leading up to the movies. But what's the story of the complacency themselves? What is the complacency? When you let's see. Starport. I need to find the Starport. They kind of do their best to do the things that they can, and all the it's really fucking complex. So the Jedi are caught between a rock and a hard place, right? The Jedi are at the beginning. Where do I even begin? At the beginning of the Republic, the Jedi agreed to be the protectors of the Republic because the Republic was the best hope. I'm heading to the Starport, that's where I'm going. The Republic was the best hope for a galaxy of relative peace, because peace is impossible. There's always going to be evil, right? So that's kind of why the Jedi have always been attached to the Republic, since the beginning. So that it kind of sets them up between a rock and a hard place. They have to follow the rules of the various places. Part of a Jedi's doctrine is following the rules of the places where they go. You know what I mean? So, for example, when a Jedi goes to, say, Tatooine, and slavery is legal there, what are they supposed to do about it? It's legal. You know what I mean? Okay, so I found the one by the Starport. Let's see. Oh, these fucking ads, dude. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Sorry, I'm trying to get find these coordinates, but the wiki's being an asshole right now. Some guarded by a CL-30. So it's just a long story of fucking how do you let's say, from what I gathered, the elements developed while they were there at the peak of his with the, which I gathered meant that they weren't aware of the danger brewing of the galaxy. I mean, that's sort of that's what happens, is that because of Palpatine. So Palpatine set up this kind of web of things, and it prevents the Jedi from seeing what's happening out in the galaxy. Usually, a lot of the times, the Jedi rely on prescience. They rely on the Force. They rely on the feelings and stuff like that. But when all that is being cut off, or, for example, oh, I think this is it right here. Yes. Fuck yeah. It's what is it? So it's like you can't really see what's going on anymore, or the things that you're seeing are false, or you're being led in the wrong direction and stuff like that. You begin to not really be able to trust anything that you see or do or think or feel and stuff like that. So it becomes a set of multiple failures. I mean, arguably, how do I even put this? There's an argument to be made that the Jedi failed making Anakin a master at all to begin with. You know what I mean? Or making Anakin a Jedi at all. If Anakin had never became a Jedi, like Mace Windu and all of them, like if Yoda had listened to his instincts and all that, then the whole string of events would have never happened. You have to understand too, the crux of it all. Nothing would ever, Palpatine was slowly gaining foothold in everything, but the crux of it all was him having Anakin on his side. because Anakin was the only Jedi that could stand against all of the other Jedi. Palpatine was not strong enough to take everybody down, and he wouldn't have lived long enough to take the entire Jedi Order down. He was already going downhill. He was already old as fuck by the time, you know, the prequels are out or whatever. And then it becomes ensorcelled. It doubles down because so the fight with Anakin and Palpatine and Windu and all that, when Windu turns his lightning back on Palpatine, that severely physically weakens Palpatine to the point where he actually couldn't have done much on his own after that point. When it gets really crazy because fucking it's a complex, it's hard to explain. I'm trying to keep the whole story straight in my head so it makes sense. So Palpatine needs Anakin more than ever. And then the whole thing with, basically, he tells Obi-Wan and all, he tells Anakin and all of them that they've betrayed, he just drops the bomb. He takes the chance and he drops the bomb on Anakin and lies to him and tells him that everybody's betrayed him, all this, including Obi-Wan and stuff like that. And Anakin is already so hurt and so confused by everything going on that he latches onto that and then goes and finds that, like, the whole thing, like, Anakin shows up, or Obi-Wan shows up on Mustafar, and Padme, or he got the insinuation from Padme where Anakin had gone and stuff like that. So he immediately thinks that Palpatine is correct. Everything Palpatine said was correct, and that and you ever had those moments where you just kind of lose your shit and you're like so sure you're right, and you kind of go down this really bad, you just kind of like, you're kind of like following your rage. Well, Anakin basically does that for the next roughly 20 years, and that's basically Anakin Skywalker after that point. And then, well, and it becomes, and this is the thing that you don't really see except for it's like in the books and stuff like that. It's a long story. So Anakin, once he loses his limbs and gets put in the Vader suit, in Star Wars lore, basically, the Force cannot be channeled through a metal object. So, like, you cannot use a metal hand to channel the Force as effectively as you would channel with a full hand reaching out to the Force, example, for basically. The more organic matter you have in your body, it's essentially a greater magnet, or a greater, it's almost like every inch of a nuclear reactor for the Force, basically. It's like having it's like your whole body's made of gasoline and the Force is the flame, you know what I mean? So the more parts of your body that you lose, the less effective you are at channeling the Force. Now, the only thing that kept Vader as powerful as he was after he lost all his limbs and became encased in his suit and lost so much of his in his insides, so much of his insides were burned away. A lot of those were machines and stuff like that. The breathing that you hear, he literally cannot breathe on his own. It's not some suit that has a cool voice modulator. Anakin literally cannot breathe on his own without that suit mechanically forcing his lungs to work. So he becomes ineffective. He cannot channel the Force as powerfully as he would in his full Anakin Skywalker self. So Palpatine and Anakin become tied together in this awful thing. Palpatine needs Anakin, and Anakin needs Palpatine. Even Darth Vader can't take on the entirety of the Imperial might and Palpatine at the same time, because he's become basically too weak. But at the point he became that, Anakin Skywalker, in his full power, infused with the dark side of the Force, took down almost every Jedi in existence. Or also the clones too. That pivotal moment ripped the Jedi apart, and that was the end. And now they couldn't really have seen it coming because, well, first off, the Jedi aren't really supposed to see in the future. The future's clouded. It's always in motion, etc., etc. Jedi teachings and all this talk. I mean, part of it is complacency. I think a lot of it was Mace Windu. Personally, I think Mace Windu was a little complacent. He just doesn't want to do this and that. He doesn't really take chances. I think I think they needed more Yoda, basically, and less guys like Windu around at the end of the day. But yeah, I could go into this shit. Sorry, I could go into this for fucking hours. Yeah, I've never played Skyrim properly, and I have no clue what you mean by cryomancer. Let's see. I don't know. It was either you or someone else was talking about watching someone on YouTube, and they were doing like a 100-day cryomancer challenge or something like that. And so I looked it up. I thought it was you, but anyway, it might not have been. You know, the days are blend together. I do this 11 hours a day, 7 days a week. The days be blending together sometimes. You know what I mean? So. Wait, I'm looking for a woman. I need to talk to a woman about a horse. Tar Galura. Oh, that's okay. Obviously, right in front of me. That's right. I forgot it was this woman with the freaky hair. Oh, no worries. I mean, I try to explain things the best I can. It's a really complex web. It really fucking is. And I mean, part of it is the Jedi's fault, but it's not like the Jedi's fault in the sense that they are responsible for everything that's happened. You know what I mean? Some people like to make the Jedi seem like they're the bad guys in all of this, and Palpatine came in and put order to everything, and it's just not that at all. It's that, I mean, every system is flawed. And as again, going back to the whole Jedi have to operate, the Jedi have to operate within the rules and structures and laws of a system. The Jedi can't just go in and do whatever they want and throw people around and cut people up. You know what I mean? It's literally the Batman Joker thing. They can't just go in and do that because then they're no worse than the Sith. They're no better than the Sith. You know what I mean? The difference between Jedi and Sith is that they follow the rules no matter where they are, even if those rules are not right. So it's a really difficult thing with Star Wars too, because Star Wars operates. A lot of people forget that Star Wars operates outside of our earthly realm. So the Force in Star Wars is an omnipresent thing. It's not just something that you reach out and channel, kind of like a tool. It's something that guides the entire galaxy and the actions of people through long reachings, eons of shifts and balance. The Force really, when they say that the Force is balance, that's literally the most truthful answer of the Force, because the Force is good and bad. That's actually why there's always Sith and there's always Jedi and things always happen, is because if the light side won, then there is no balance. Same thing with the Sith. It's why the good guys win for a little while, and then the bad guys win for a little while. Then the good guys win for a little while again, and then the bad guys win for a little while. But the problem is that the galaxy as a whole doesn't really understand that. We as people as a whole don't really understand that. If they kind of just allowed people to do the things that they wanted to do in the places that they wanted to do them, and we weren't trying to conquer each other, and we weren't trying to do this and that, we could all live in a perfect balance. Have those terrible places over there, but leave them over there. Don't fuck with anything over here. Leave the good places for the good things and the good people and those things that want to be good. Keep the bad things over there. There is balance. Boom. And that ultimately is that's what drives all of this. Everything that happens in Star Wars is wrapped around this idea of balance and the Force and this invisible power that shapes everything around it. So it's people tend to forget that because we can't, you know, yes, in our modern times, the whole Jedi thing of like taking children from their homes when they're young is kind of fucking weird, dude. But we don't live in a place where those kids grow up and could get angry one day and throw their mother against the wall or something like that. You know, we don't live in that reality. So we don't have a proper unless you are able to look at these kinds of things with that perspective. You can't really make accurate or factual judgments or opinions on anything like this because it includes these laws and perspectives that don't exist in our world, you know what I mean? And I think that's the thing, that's pivotal to what I always say. Star Wars, that's why I always talk about, like, why my favorite thing of Star Wars is Jedi and the Force and all that stuff. Because, and I love, you know, don't get me wrong, I love the fact that I look like a cool bounty hunter dude. I love the commandos. I love the wars. I love the everything around. I love the politics so fucking much. The politics around it all is very interesting. But my favorite thing about Star Wars is the whole aspect of the Force, because that's what makes Star Wars Star Wars. If Star Wars did not have the Force, or Jedi, or Sith, or have something to do with the Force, or that story in some way, then it's just Star Trek. It's just Star Trek or any other sci-fi out there. Star Wars without the Force is just your standard sci-fi. And that's why Star Wars has become on top of pretty much any other sci-fi thing out there, is because it's its own thing. It has its own universe completely separate from all other aspects of sci-fi. Even though it has all the same aspects of sci-fi, ships and space and robots and this and that, none of it has the Force. You know what I mean? So, that is my insanely long, I could literally talk about Star Wars for hours. Literally. So I think I just went like 20 solid fucking minutes just talking about that nonsense, or something at least. So sorry. I'm sorry. That's probably boring as hell to all those people. For all you folks out there, apologize. But yeah, I could don't even get me on going. Oh my god. While if an immortal from Highlander learned to channel the Force while embracing the quickness. See, that's the thing, or the quickening. That's yes. See, that's brother. I'm telling you, it's the Force is just it's. Well, I always say too, you think about that kind of stuff. I mean, think about how many times you've seen in the comment section, and you were like, oh, if I had this or that, I'd go on a rampage, or I'd do this and that. Like, can you imagine the world, like, if all those things were real, if magic and shit was real? We would have no chance. We would literally be living in invincible. It would just be invincible outside. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm cool with living in a world where I don't have to deal with that. The worst thing we really have to worry about is like guys with big scary guns and like crazy authoritarian regimes and stuff like that. Honestly, that seems a lot more deal-withable than the Force or some fucking magic dude or an alien from another planet, a Viltrumite or what the fuck ever. Imagine trying to deal with a Viltrumite. I feel like I have more of a chance against the army, you know what I mean, than a Viltrumite, a single Viltrumite. So, just saying. I mean, those chances are both slim, don't get me wrong. I have no aspersions or illusions about my hope there, but I bet it's a better one than if I were to put me up against one Viltrumite or an army. I bet I'd get more guys down before they got me down than if I got the Viltrumite, you know what I mean? That's a death match, and only one person's walking out of that one, and it ain't gonna be the human, I'm telling you that. So, thank God we live in our world and all those things are just stories. Thank God I can just pick up a video game and play the video game and talk about this stuff on the internet to like-minded individuals, or like-minded, or individuals that are not like-minded, individuals that have yet to be brought to those perspectives or have their minds opened to that. See, I'm a person who I try to see all the angles, you see. I try to see things from everybody's different point of view the best that I can. But I also try to keep in mind that everybody hates a fence sitter, so eventually you have to make a decision on something, so always doing your best to learn what the difference between right and wrong is. It's a constant search for knowledge and understanding, you know what I mean? You're dealing with a Themyscira, yeah, I mean, Thangaran, anything, any of that stuff. Imagine, oh my god, just any of that stuff was real. we'd be fogged. There's no hope. We would have, hold on, I gotta open this window, it's getting hot. It's a nice fucking day outside, man. I think we'll actually hopefully have a nice weekend for once. It's been weeks since we've had one of those. Good. Let's see. Oh, it's good to have that armor back. That Imperial officer would have really gotten mad at us if he'd found out. I have another task for you if you're ready for one. Sure am, lady. Take Chris and you have cons for Gromit. See, that's I call that kind of stuff that's the Jimmy Carter approach, man. Like, we all have somewhere we can start at. Why don't we should start trying to find that instead of focusing on the things that we disagree with and then dying on those fucking hills like idiots. It's 2026. We should be on this by now. Oh no. One of our couriers has gone missing. He last reported as he's nearing city over by the theater. Go check around the theater. That's a good thing I have that down there. But the problem is, where's the theater? See, Guild Hall, Terminal, Bounty Hunter, Cantina, Shuttleport, Cloning Facility. Where's the theater? The theater. Trainer. I mean, I was gonna say, like, surely it will have it'll just say when I get pretty close. Well, and that goes, that kind of goes like with something I always like to say, that like the whole friendship thing with your friends, people that really care about you don't always just agree with you and take your side, you know what I mean? Sometimes, friends, real friends tell you when you're doing something stupid or wrong, you know what I mean? Because they care about you and want you to be better. That's the point of that's a true friend. A fake friend just puts you on all the time, like an idiot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's people. I mean, see, that's the thing. People don't know how to disagree, without it being a battle. Like I said, people will wield their fucking opinions like maces. I always say this. People wield their opinions like maces, battering about the heads of anybody that doesn't immediately throw up the same tribalistic symbols that they do. This is usually how I put it. And that's basically what it is people just, you can't just be like, alright, yeah, I mean, that's fine. I have to, an example of me doing that is just letting my buddy hate Skyrim. It is what it is. I'll just let it go. Let's see here. Okay, it still wants me working for the government. I left this tab open, thankfully, so we can go find, let's see. Check the government drop boxes. Let's see, recover the stolen armor, return to Corellia, find the missing courier. Missing courier, found that. Oh. Let's see, so way minus 193 minus 4241. Boom, oh, boom. There we go. Now we know where we're going. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's like, my opinions kind of have everything that I've seen are the sum of my parts, you know what I mean? I try to think that like a lot of the we live in an age where there's so much like media. It's trying to the good stuff, all the wonderful TV shows and things that exist out there, the movies, etc., etc. Like there's so much of this stuff that does its best to teach you right from wrong, give you these stories and examples of, you know, where you should have taken a better, you know, step. And that kind of, I kind of use those things, have tried to always use those things as like the tapestry to build, just like be decent, like the example of decency. There's so many books and so much like wonderful things out there that go in depth about the rights and wrongs and great evils and tragedies and things, this and that, and like the little things we miss, etc. All of this stuff. It's so much. Just, you know, absorb a little bit of it. If we just absorbed a little bit of it, you know what I mean? Let's work to do that. Let's see, I gotta get rid of that waypoint. That's gonna throw me off. Waypoint destroy. Yes. Yeah, there's so many people out there that, again, and it's, you know, it's hard because it's like a lot of the people, like, they don't have the same perspective. Nobody has the same perspectives that we all do, you know what I mean? So everybody sees the world a little differently, as I like to say, and so how do you, like, when people don't have your experiences or you don't have their experiences, it's sometimes can be hard to come to terms about it, but we just seem to forget that that's the reason for it. We just don't understand. We don't have the full context of it, of the same things, experiences, perspectives, and if we did, it would be a little different. Maybe we should try to take a step back and, again, find the middle ground. Oh, that's, oh my man, God, that's, well, isn't that all things though? Everyone, you know, isn't that the most interesting thing? Because people always say, they're like, oh, I hate, you know, they always say like, oh, you know, I hate games with an agenda, I hate politics and everything, I hate this and that. Brother, life is politics, everything. This is all politics. It's all some kind of political, it's not political in the sense as anyone here is trying to sway anybody one way or another, but they're politically charged topics, and they're always relevant, no matter where you go and what you do. And that's the idea. It's you know, it's important to keep these things in mind because you expand your mind. You know, that's brother, and it's the weirdest thing. I could tell you, I did not give a fuck about learning things when I was in school. I wanted to just hang out and play video games and live my fucking life, but now as an adult, I just want to hang out and play video games and live my life and learn as much as I possibly can for whatever reason that happened. Probably because nobody's trying to force me to do it anymore. I realized how much fun it is when you just do it on your own. And just I don't know, expand. And fucking, that transition is wild. That's such as life, right? Kind of like Fallout New Vegas. One day you're sitting there on the computer and you're typing away, and then 3 seconds later the bombs drop. Yeah, yes, absolutely. That's the thing, man. And people do not understand like how many things are intertwined in everything else. People who wholly hate any one thing, for at least for any reasons that aren't completely understood. Like, I'd say it's okay to totally hate fascism. That's okay. We should really all hate that, for example. But socialist policies, for example. Some people hear the word socialist or something, or socialism, and they go, oh, they're fucking blah blah. Brother, roads. Did you know that a road is a socialist policy? Did you know that a library is socialist policy? We do like some socialist policies around here. They are some of them are good. Good for everybody, some. School, public school. If you never had to pay to send your children to a school, congratulations, you're a socialist, you fuck. Enjoy. Yes, exactly. It's not evil. It's the people who use it for their own evil agendas. Having an agenda isn't evil. We all have an agenda, brother. The point is to have an agenda that reaches for the widest net possible. Throwing the biggest net out is the best that we can do. That's it. I mean, part of it is the old of today, too. I mean, if you look at where our country is at, right? Or, well, I should say America, to be specific. My God, the amount of adults that don't seem to understand this shit is insane. I mean, the amount of adults in comment sections that will immediately write you off if you were to tell them you're a liberal or you were anything, or you mention anything like that. Immediately you're written off. You're just an idiot. You got nothing to say. You're this or you're that. What the fuck? You know, we all, man. It's the old and the young and it's all of us. I do believe that sort of the middle. I mean, maybe that's just my own bias. Probably is, but I do sort of believe that like millennials and the newer generations are trying their best to fucking be like. The problem is people are too proactive without having the right knowledge first. That's the problem. There's nothing wrong with being super proactive. Oh, I gotta report to someone. Brantley Spondoon. Hey, who is Brantley Spondoon? That sounds like a great fucking name. Hello, RNG. You've walked into a minefield. If they didn't, they know for the lower. See, that's the thing. Yep. Like when people hear that I'm a classic person, not with the ages, probably not. They think yes, yeah. There's a lot of assumption with some of the things that people align themselves with. Like I said, with the liberals, you assume when you espouse that you have any liberal, and I always tell people, man, everybody has every kind of ideal. I feel just as strongly about gun rights as I do about women's rights. And I think that is the most important, like, kind of dichotomy for people to understand. So it's well, and I feel just as strongly about gun rights as I do mental health. That's the problem with all of this. Oh, I don't gotta talk to this guy. The government informant. That's who I need to go talk to. As if things couldn't get more political. I mean, we are playing Star Wars. Star Wars is like the politics. Star Wars is all about politics. I was wondering what the fuck that noise was out there. It was like a crazy ass noise going on out there. Anyway, it sounded like a rat was being like gut or something, like a mole rat. It sounded like there was a New Vegas Fallout fucking mole rat in my living room, like duking it out with my girlfriend or something. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. Hello, very well. How are you doing? We're just chilling, fucking doing the Star Wars. I gotta find this informant. Oh, he's in the city. Okay, no, gates and walls are bad things. Make sure you're on the right side of them. Kind of like real life. Make sure you're on the right side of the fence. Sorry, was away from. Oh God, I don't know. Who knows? Honestly, who knows? Which conversation? Which one was it? Can go off on a million different places at once. I'm also saying hello to other folks that are joining at the same time, so you know. Could have been anything. I said, yeah, and I said hello to RG, and it's like, yeah, you're just, yeah, I mean, walking into a minefield. It's just things are happening and coming at you, blah 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 blah. That's the nature of it over here. But it's all meant to be good-natured. That's the point. None of it's meant to be critical. Well, it's meant to be critical in a positive way. I always. Being critical of things is positive, especially if you're able to do it positively. You can love something and still be critical of it, and if you can't understand that, then you don't. like you don't really deserve to have an opinion on something until you can understand that you can love something and still be very critical of it. You know what I mean? And how 80% of the 80% of the young people, I think it's a kind of a double thing. It's like the old and the young. I was saying like, I remember how many old people, like you're in a fucking your average Facebook comment section and you mention anything about being, the moment you're being whiffed as a liberal, you're immediately, everything is just written off. You're just nothing. They don't care what you got to say. Blah 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 blah. But I was saying, like, I do think that the younger folks, quote unquote, my generation and beyond, do their best to be more progressive and stuff like that. And the problem is that a lot of especially the younger folks, just lack the perspective. I don't want to say the intelligence, because that's not true. It's like everybody, we're all dumb, we're all smart, we all, are varying degrees of both. We all know things that other people don't know. And we all begin somewhere, but I think the problem is that a lot of especially the younger folks, it's like you want to do something and you want to act, but you don't really know where to go, and you don't really have, sometimes you don't have a full grasp of the things that you're talking about. And some of us are willing to die on hills that we would be much better off just abandoning, because the hill behind it is much taller. And you really got the high ground up there, and you should just go over there. But some people just lack that kind of, Some people are short in the tooth, got short-nosed, cannot think far ahead about stuff like that. That's exactly that. Intelligence is not the same as perception and experience and stuff like that. Like, you could be some of the, you hear it's kind of a classic joke, is that some of the smartest people I've ever met are the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever met. You know what I mean? That you could be smart as a whip and you could be ignorant, completely ignorant of some things. I've met a lot of people who are like really, who I look up to really, like, and think a lot of, who I'd try to have a conversation like this with, and they're just like, whatever. I don't have nothing to say. No, whatever. They just blow it off. They don't think anything about it. They got nothing to say. They don't even want to think about it. They have no perspective on it. They don't even want to have that conversation at all. They don't care about it or whatever. Some people. So. Yeah, it's like I was saying yesterday too, man. It's like the world is just a wide and crazy, it's fucking scary place, and it's just the best thing we can do is try to learn as much as possible before throwing our feet down too hard into it, I guess, or jumping head first into everything. Paint target. Oh dang! Wait for that debuff. Wait for that to go away. Retrieve the informant. Dented crate. Nothing in the stash, eh? Fight the rogue Corsac. Oh, easy. Well, this is a lot of rogue Corsac troopers in one place. I'd be a little concerned about this. It seems like Corsac has a high turnover rate. Mainly had debates with people over weapons and why they're made. I don't know. I think that's it's kind of a circular and difficult question. Like, I think the root of it all is that at the end of the day, how do I even put this? You're gonna need a weapon. If you don't, someone needs weapons. Maybe you don't need weapons, maybe I don't need weapons, but someone needs a weapon. You know what I mean? If we had no weapons, then we would have no defenses at all. Everybody against anything, and I'm not talking about other people. I'm talking about other animals or things like that. If we never had weapons, for example, we never would have been able to hunt. For example. So our civilization as a whole would have never went anywhere to begin with. You know what I mean? We would have been in the middle of the food chain, basically, because our ability to do things like make weapons and things like that sets us apart. Log onto the Rogue Corset datapad. Oh, is that in my item? Do I got an item? Oh yeah, I see. Is the explanation over nunchucks? I don't know. I guess I'm not familiar particularly with that one. The one that gets the most deaf ears. Ah, that's funny. I think I get it. I would assume you're making the joke about you smack a motherfucker in the head. Well, bam. I get it. Gets the most deaf ears. I get it. At least I think I get it. I'm reaching for a joke now, so maybe I don't get it. That's the only thing that came to mind when I thought of deaf ears and nunchucks. Poof. Oh, shit. My head. I still love this person's name. Did anybody catch this person's name is Brantley Spondoon? It's one of the best names I've ever heard. Brantley Spondoon. It's Brantley Spondoon. It literally just is that, and I really can't even, honestly. Brantley. But it wasn't about do we need it. It was design and reason of design. I keep setting all my timers, bro. I'm having trouble sleeping playing these. Oh, dude, that's me in Star Wars Galaxies, actually. I could I'd be sitting here at night trying to just, like, not play it, and I'm just like, oh, one more mission, then it's midnight, and I'm like, I wake up so early. Laughing at me? Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah.
I was like, I went to bed at like, what, 10:30?
Yeah. Bring the data to pad to Lieutenant Jasper. Alright, Lieutenant Jasper. We're going back to Jasper. I keep setting timers for all my research time. Yep. Yeah, I remember doing the research and stuff like that too, man. Yep, and you're feeling it, man. You're getting into it. That's the MMO curse. It's like when you find an MMO that you really click with, brother, you're feeling it right now. Kind of like what I'm feeling with ESO, or not ESO, fucking SWG, Star Wars Galaxies. It's just like, it's just scratching that itch. The debate was about do we need them. It was design and reason of design. I mean, I do agree with that. I would say the biggest argument these days I make about guns and stuff like that is like, it's not gonna stop other people gonna make them. You know what I mean? If we don't have an assault carbine, someone else is gonna have an assault carbine. You know what I mean? If we don't point missiles at somebody else that's already got the missiles, then you know, then they have all the power and all the say. That's kind of how I feel about that. I think if we could reasonably get the whole world to agree to not kill each other and maybe stop doing all this, then I would absolutely agree that weapons, like anything beyond your basic hunting rifle that just fires one shot per trigger pull, would just be unnecessary. We don't need it. But the reality is that it's never going to happen. That's kind of how I feel about that. There's always going to be evil people out there, and there's always going to be evil people that want to do bad things and take advantage of the weak, or take what they think is theirs, what they think is rightly theirs. And some people you have got to understand, like, some people believe in everything they have, believe it, that their cause is righteous, that the opposition should die. They believe that, It is a righteous belief for some people. We have to remember that, because those people will never go away. Those kinds of people will never, it's like what is it? Like, dude, it's like I always say the truest nature of man is not good, it's bad, because bad will always exist. No matter how many good people we have, no matter how good the society gets and how good we are and how much we churn out good people and make everything good, bad people are always gonna exist. Whether it's due to mental illness, experiences, just the way they perceive things. Maybe they think they should be on top. Maybe they think the world has hurt them and done all this stuff, etc., etc. That is the truest nature of humanity. It's not good. It's bad, unfortunately. Now that doesn't mean that we can't educate ourselves and become better than that. But the truest nature of man is bad, because that will always exist. And that's always gonna be there. No matter what we do, no matter how many good people we are, no matter how many this and that, whatever, man. And a lot of people, it's interesting to think, a lot of people, like, how many people is a religion a crutch for? Let's think about that. Like, how many people would be bad if it wasn't for the fact that they thought that being good sends them to heaven? If it wasn't for that, that's why they're good. I'm good because I want to go to heaven. So does that mean you would be bad if that place didn't exist? You know what I mean? And it's like, the root is bad. So that I say 100%, like, as long as there are evil people out there, we need guns. Does everybody need a gun? Do we need all this? We need the biggest gun that other people think they need. Because as RNG points out on Twitch, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Don't bring a pistol to a rocket launcher fight. You know what I mean? It's not gonna work. We can't just say we can't have assault weapons and carbines and all these. We can't do automatic weapons. No, nobody in America is gonna have them. Nobody, including the army or anything. It's okay. So then, when other people come with the guns, with the nukes or something, or the bombs, and they start blowing us with drones what are we gonna do? You need to be able to defend yourself with equal or better armaments, or else the bad people are gonna win. And again, the bad people might not know they're bad people. They think they're good people. That's the problem. The bad people think they're good people. They think we're the bad people. And it's all a matter of fucking perspective and all that, and your life experience and where you've grown up and all this stuff. These bullshit concepts of good and evil. Who cares about good and evil when you're in, like, living in Gaza right now and all that shit, and you're like fighting to survive, or you're in, like, Ukraine. Like, what was it that there was, like, some guy, and he was making, wasn't it like Facebook or YouTube videos or something, where he was going around areas in active warfare and taking those people out and, like, trying to rescue people from the homes and get them to safe areas in active war zones in, like, the UK or something like that. And then he ends up dying. He gets, like, either they bomb his location or they track him down and they kill him or something like that. I don't know what it is. It's pretty horrifying. The concepts of this fucking minutia bullshit this conversation we're having doesn't fucking matter at all to those people, you know what I mean? We sound like idiots to those people. So it just, yeah, dude, it's hell, bro. So imagine, like, trying to preach all this to those kind of folk. Imagine trying to tell people like that all this. Like, I have no right. I have no fucking right. I can't even imagine some of the things people are experiencing in some parts of the world right now. Right now, motherfucker. Happening now as I sit here on my fat ass playing Star Wars Galaxies while people are dying. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard out there. So I'm just saying, all of us over here in our little developed countries, just take a step back, man. We got Fallout, we got Star Wars, we got video games, we got fucking sweet things. Like, we got so much to be happy about and friendly about each other over, you know what I mean? We have no right to hate each other, like fucking be dicks to each other, anything like that, you know what I mean? All these stupid conversations, and which they're not stupid. These are like real, like important conversations for a civilized society. Don't get me wrong. I would never say the things we're talking about are stupid, because I wouldn't be talking about them if I thought that. But it's just on the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter to some of these people, and I think we got to keep that kind of stuff in mind. So that's it. There's another big long tangent. Jesus. Look at that, I just go on and on and on. I got the homemade sweet cakes, that's right. I gotta go take these home. I want to take homemade sweet cakes and put them in my house. I got a vibro axe, that's pretty cool. I got a head wrap. I can wrap my head. Oh, that looks like, oh, I kind of look like Voldemort. No, look, what's his name? Professor Quirrell. This looks like Professor Quirrell's head wrap, specifically. That's the thing, man. I am not gonna even touch that shit because it's so fucking terrible. Some of the things happen in some parts of the world, and I don't have a full understanding of it. It's got nothing to really do with me. I have no right. I just, man, just keep my mouth shut. The things that are happening are terrible. That's all I'll say. Moist critical. The bad situation is bad. That's what I'm going to say about it. Because I just got no right, dude. I got no right, and it's so disrespectful to, especially some of the things, like fucking some of the things that people are dealing with, and like on a daily basis, and yeah, I don't even wanna. It's terrible, man, and I can't even. My little tiny fucking life, no matter what I'm doing over here, has got nothing that could touch that kind of stuff going on over there. So. They're living real shit right now. They're living real shit right now. And it's like, well, I think about it too, you know, I think it's actually kind of an interesting juxtaposition. So I think about it. Imagine being Luke Skywalker. Put yourself in the shoes of Luke Skywalker for the second. Just whatever, anybody. And you wake up every day and you kind of do the things that person does. Imagine never wanting to sit down and play a video game all day. Imagine never wanting to do some of the things that we do, or just live our lives, or fucking fuck off, or whatever. Like, imagine being the Luke Skywalker every day. Imagine being Leia and wanting to get up every day and living your whole life that way and doing over and over the diplomatic thing, the right thing, the person, you know, whatever, doing this, living this life. Or just imagine being the commando, the clone trooper. The person that gets up every day or whatever and does that, or the rebel soldier, or the Imperial stormtrooper, and the person that does that every single day. Those people over there are basically living those lives. Those people are living the most kind of closest to like realism and the fantasy lives that we see on TV and in media. That's the closest thing to any of that, because those people don't get to wake up every day and go, what do I want to do with my fucking day? Who knows? It doesn't matter. Maybe I'll do nothing and sit here and watch Netflix all day. They don't really get that choice. And so it's, you know, we forget it. We all forget that kind of stuff sometimes. Or I think some of us do. I think some of us try to remember that stuff. So that's cool. No, have a wonderful day, brother. I appreciate it, man. I'm just fucking chilling. If maybe I'll be able to stop going on these insane tangents, just going on about this stuff. I should probably stop. So, have a wonderful day, man. And I'll see you. I'll be Fiesta in a couple hours from now. So if you're around for that, I'll be here. There's always the VODs. What do you want exactly, my friend? Let's see. I forgot what he told me. Be sure to tell him I sent you. Okay, Lieutenant Jasper sent me. How's that one doing? Good man with that, Lieutenant Jasper. What does he want to know? We need to know what the Rogue Corsair are up to. Yes, I've heard things around here. The Rogue Corsair have been active late. I do know there's a meeting coming up between the Rogues and the Ragtags. Okay, so Rogues and Rags. We're about to... the, the Rags and the Tags. We're about to fight them. Find the secret meeting. Kind of just tangenting all fucking crazy. Sorry about that. God. It's almost like dropping a bomb. It's the silence after I stop talking and stuff is almost like it's like a bomb. You know what I mean? It's like just the silence of it all. So I almost have to keep talking just because it's like, you can't not after all that. No, yeah, that's why I have no friends, because nobody can handle that. What I just did what I just did is heavy as fuck, and most people can't handle it. So there you go. Anybody asks why I play video games alone, that's the answer right there. Most people aren't on that level, I'm sorry. I just kind of scare them away with that kind of talk. That's what my brain be doing. That's what my brain sounds like when you ask me why I smoke and all that stuff. There you go. That's why my brain's like that all the time. Imagine living with that and with this brain rattling around all the time. You're like, fuck, I need to get fucked up. Shut up. Stop it. I need to something. I need to put some fucking syrup in my brain. Yeah, just pour molasses right down my ears, you know. Maybe it'll slow everything down. I like turn the music way down. I can barely even hear the music. I turn it way down from my rambling. I need, let's see, Corsac, here we go, these guys. I feel like the Division 2, I'm fighting the rogue agents. It's just like the Division 2 guys, especially the way he just like kind of slid along the ground like that. That was really good. The daydream you find orders from the Dictat himself. Docliff Galamby. Oh man, Decliff Galamby. That was the Dictat. The fucking Dictat himself. Uh-oh. Let's go, Lieutenant Jasper. We got problems. The Dictat. That's the Tater Dick. It's his name. It's the Dictat. It's D-I-K-T-A-T. It's the Dictat. Well, I've heard that word. Like they say it in Star Wars. It's actually that's what it is in Corellia. Is the Dictat. That's what it is, unfortunately, and it's what it is. I believe it's a real word too. I don't think it's like a. I don't think it's just a Star Wars word. I'm pretty sure that's a real word. Soupy Whoopy Doopy. Nice. That's a good fucking name. It's a real good name. I gotta pick a reward, eh? Well. Oh, that's a pretty good sword, but I like that Corsac rifle. What's the level on that? Only 20. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that rifle and put that rifle away, and then I could get someone level 20 using a fucking E11 that you get way down the line from a way higher quest. So let's go. Sounds good. Okay. Present the authorization writs, then search his desk. Then the terminal. Galembi. See that, DeCliff Galembi, like that sounds like an actual Star Wars name. Like I'm pretty sure I've heard the word Galembi in a Star Wars book. I could be crazy though. It could be from something else, but it sounds like something. I'm almost certain I've heard that in Star Wars before. Like in one of the books. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. I was like, I had something else way over there right-clicked still. That's right, so we're probably going to go all the way to the back, I bet. If he's the Dictot, he's probably all the way in the back, I assume. Thale Drumster. What's his name? Dust Runner. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of got a cool name. I bet he's from Tatooine. Are you from Tatooine, sir? That sounds like a Tatooinean name if I've ever heard one. Oh. Hello. Dick Tot. Hello, Tot. Assistant to the Dictot, so maybe DeCliff Galembi. Which big, he kind of looks like Wolverine. You got the Wolverine do going on. That's what's up. I didn't think anybody had the nuts to rock that do for real, but I guess DeCliff Galembi does. There you go, Dictot. Here are the writs to search your office. Don't worry, blah 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 blah. Okay, so search his files. Search the data terminal. You find nothing even remotely incriminating or even suspicious among the Dictot's papers, files, data files, and recent communications. However, you do find an odd device hooked to the Dictot data terminal connection. Ask the Dictot if he knows what it is. You recognize this device on your terminal. What, that device? I've never seen it before in my life, but at any rate, I'm not a technician. Take the device if you wish. This object does not interest you. Oh, thanks, okay. You've never seen it before in your life, but it's on your terminal. That's a suspicious answer, honestly. But you've never seen it before. That's that's your story, and you're sticking to it. It's stuck in your terminal. You've never seen it before me talking about it right now. That's the story that you're giving me. Okay, I just want to make sure. I always hate when cops do that shit. Make you think your answer's wrong. Not a single file except this device. There's a gadget specialist here in Coronet. I've worked with him. Okay, so complete. Hey, what is that? 44. Beautimus. Didn't we get anything cool? Not given. Transport flight suit. Oh, that's kind of cool. Acquired profession Jedi. Ah, only a Jedi can wear this. Now, that's interesting. I got another cool one of these upper shirt things. Also, I looked at this earlier and I thought it was funny. I didn't point it out, but this looks like Michael Jackson's Thriller jacket. Or the Bad jacket. Billie Jean. Oh, no, nuts.
Yeah, that would be girly.
But didn't he wear this in Bad too?
He might have.
I'm bad, Shimon, I'm bad,
Oh no, you know what? I think it was, no, it was all leather in that. That's right, that's what it is. It is the Thriller jacket. This is the Thriller jacket. You're correct about that, because I remember I had both editions of the Osiris, the Michael Jackson Bad and Thriller Osiris's, and because the differences in them was one was all black and had like leather, like straps all over them. You know, they're like leather, like imitating his jacket from Bad. And then the other ones were red, and they were imitating the jacket from Thriller. That was the specific. That was what. So I remember that now. There's a fun tidbit. I used to have the Michael Jackson Osiris's. I need to have. Let's see. Appearance. What does this replace? Oh, it replaces all of those things. Okay. Show equipped items. Initiate's robe, which has Con 21. Ah. Force protection intensity faint. See, but that really, like, kind of seems like... Can I get, like, a character sheet real quick? Let me see. Okay. So what happens if I just, like... Oops. So let's put this, like... Let's just... I'm just gonna equip it. And see what happens. I'm still missing boots. Oh, interesting. So what does that go up to? Kinetic, 24 and all that. That's better. It's just straight up better. From what I can tell, it's just straight up better. Which means I can also put on, like, basically anything now. So, well, a lot of things. Does this go over? No. Does this go over? Oh, it goes all the way over. So I can wear. What do I got here? I was like, I know I got some different clothing here. Oh, can't wear a shirt under that. Oh, it took my shirt off, I see. So I also lost my luck bonus. But it was only 3, it's not much. Oh, that's 8 luck, though. Whoa. I mean, we're gonna have to... Either way, we're going with a different... Oh, for sure. And those, yep. Okay, so I don't even have boots to put on right now. I hate that. Oh yeah, like way better. Oh yeah, not even close. So let's see. There's like no stats on that one down there, so striped pendant of stamina, I see. I've already got a belt on. What's that? Stamina 4. Agility 8. Ah. Oh, there's boots. So now that's even better. No, it just adds 6 more. I've just got 6 more stamina now, basically. Huh. Picture printer. I will be keeping that. That sounds very cool. Okay, and I suppose these, yep, replace that. Okay. Thank God that's not what my equipped outfit looks like, though. I'll go speak with the gadget specialist. Fusion generator. There we go. Okay. Gadget specialist. Lieutenant Jasper submitted help to give with this device. Ah, still working Corsac. Quite a lot of skill with his hands. Uh-huh. Looks pretty straightforward. Could rig it to spit out the global coordinates of the source of any signal sent for it to relay. Okay, be happy to help. Okay, go speak with Fry Trollman. Fry Trollman, huh? Oh, you know what I just remembered? Wait a minute, I've got a backpack on. What is this? Let's see. What do you got in my backpack here? Oh, is it? That's right, I didn't put any. It's no clothes, it's all just these things. Let's see. Plasma shield generator. Advanced stems. Just use one, why not? Use one. Oh good, that's another one. Random buffs. Cool. Okay. That helped. Just get some of these random buff items out. I'm gonna sell them or delete them or something eventually. Okay, 37 to 50 still carrying. I mean, I still got lots of room in the old backpack and in my inventory. That backpack has like changed the game for me. What's up, Fry? Trollman? Here to collect what you owe the gadget specialist. I'm not paying that fraud. I had my terminal for maybe 5 minutes. Connected a single wire and then it started working again. What? I'm afraid I must insist. Oh my god. Everybody's just like, fine, I'll do this if you go do this. Okay, I'll do that thing if you go do this. Like, and it's like that episode of Ed, Edd n Eddy. Yes, I would trade you an egg for sawdust shavings. Okay, I'll trade you my sawdust shavings for clams. Okay, I'll trade you my clams for, I don't remember what else it was, but you get the drift. Get off the thing. There we go. It's a trap. It's a trap. Bark, bark, bark. Oh, I also forgot to do this. There we go. Oh, and one more. Boom. Extra buff. Oh. So you ate? Too tired. Okay, just gotta head back. Fry Trollman again. Be like, hey man, you sent me out there in a trap. This is what a lightsaber feels like. No, it's just pick him up and start throwing him, just like boof, 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 just to kind of like beat him against the wall. Boof, 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 back and forth. Fucking boof, boof, boof. I don't stop on the thing. Boof, boof, boof. I already tell you, I'll tell you. That's what I'd kind of do. Just lift him up, boof, 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 boof. What'd you do that for? Boof, 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 boof. Not really hard or anything, just annoyingly hard. just a little bit of a frustratingly hard kind of bump. Boof, boof, boof. Why? Just where are my family? Boof, boof. What are you talking about? Justice. Boof, boof. What are you talking about? I have your money for Mr. Trollman. So glad it's behind me. No more booze of his. Blah, blah. Bring it to Lieutenant Jasper. All right. Bring it to Lieutenant Jasper. Hey, Joe. Hey, yo, Jazzy. You see my legs there? They're doing a little flip there before they go on. That's funny. You jump before you get into the thing. Sorry, Jasper. That's really good, like, XP for doing basically nothing. What about now? Good thing forever. Take a bit care of myself. I'll get a Corsac jacket for doing this. Want to make sure you're prepared. When you arrive, take out their leaders, then find proof that they're behind the smuggled spice and are attempting to incriminate the dictat. So like they're incriminating the dictat, and I gotta go to get the spice. Spicy dictat. I'm pretty sure they sell that in some of those countries I was talking about earlier. I like the swirls in the sky. I just realized the little whirls everywhere. Look at them. This has got a great skybox in Corellia. Corellia. 12. 11. It's okay. Finally left corner. I just gotta get on my ship. Will it let me spawn one here? No, it's too close. You always have to like go. It says you left town. Let me go far. So let's go far. Oh, I can call for one over there. What the fuck? Oh, that's cool. We're definitely taking the bridge. Stratford Vale Bridge, is that what that fucking said? Oh my god, it's loading. Oh my god. Under construction, SNES Entertainment, coming soon, hey? How soon? Because I bet this was abandoned. Yep. Midtown Vale, that's what it's called. Industria de Magie. I bet that's the same people who made like Anime Magica or whatever over on that other planet. I bet they all did these. Where do they want me to go? Oh boy. Moist. So we're going to Moist or we're going to Gia? Because both of them look about as far away. I guess we're going to Gia. Oh, Gia don't have a thingy. You don't got no. I guess we're going to Moist, ladies and gentlemen. Going to Moist, ladies and gentlefucks. Okay. Hello. Oh my god, let me out. Let me out. Diamond Buff House. It's a buff house, huh? I do not talk to terrorists and insurgents. May not be intact. Of course not. It's the DMN Buff Center. Well, the DMN Buff House is not open right now. Oh, let me in. Let me in. Oh, this is cool. This kind of reminds me. I don't know why. I just got like a Final Fantasy 15 vibe. Look, I just left the garage and I'm going to Taka's to get some food. Like, Taka, you dick. I got a stew. You want me to get a tomato? Oh my god. All the places here are shut down. That's kind of sad. Moist Cloner. I bet that's not even open. Hey, okay, so the cloning facility still works. Oh my god. Nabuyan Scott Stelska. Oh, hello, Doodle. Oh, that's fucking scary. Hello, Doodle. Yeah, you better stay down there. The painting of a lucky despot wreckage. Who's the despot here? Yundak Skull. You're a despot. A seed project. This is cool. I wonder if this is someone's, like, actual painting. Like, some player. Like, obviously it is someone's actual painting, but I think the player did these themselves. And that's the coolest fucking thing I think I've seen in this game so far. That's really good. I mean, talk about... I mean, brother, AI could never do something this cool. To, like, paint a picture in real life somehow. It was probably maybe digitally or whatever, but then transfer it into a game and then have it printed out because the game has a system for you to do that. That's fucking insane. I assume that's what that is, at least. Now, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's funny. A Gungan. Oh, it's a Geonosian and Carbonite Gung. Oh, that's cool. Various Carbonite dudes. Ampal Rugan, human skeleton replica. Ooh. They working on the skelly boys. What are we doing here? Finally won't rug. Nothing. There's a whole bunch of nothing. It's just a cool inside. I love these interiors. Trandoshan female hunter. Huh. Trandoshan male hunter. That's cool. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. That looks like a game screenshot. It looks like an actual screenshot from the game or something. Or that on both sides. Oh, it's only on one side. I got turned around. Turn around. I swear I've seen that. That looks like a real picture too. I think I've seen that in a store. Or it like reminds me of something that I've seen. Anyway, spending a bunch of time in Player House. I could literally just be like, dude, maybe that's a fucking. How's that for a YouTube like series of videos just going through player houses in Star Wars Galaxies? Player houses number 147. Today we're on Knack, and we're gonna find another. Like, God, you can fucking do it forever. You could just so many. There's just so many across. I mean, I was like, I wonder how long it would take to actually like go through and like. How do I even explain it? Get them all down. How do you like keep track of all this? My God, my God. Just imagine, like, being the guy who has to take the census of Tatooine, for example. You gotta take the entire Tatooinean census, motherfucker. Good luck. Ooh. I mean, I bet this is really cool, though. Here we go. Oh. What the fuck are you? I was magma before I was cool. What is this? Kizash. Sith Stone Construct. Oh. That's like really cool. I'm not trying to look at his crotch, but it won't go up and down. I was trying to go up and down, but it won't do that. Anyway. That is really cool. Now what's in here though? Just like a whole bunch of nothing. Deployment turret to the Sith Stone Construct Greeter. Oh, you just gotta walk right through. That's kind of a terrible placement for that. That loads in, or you walk in before that loads in. Aug, drop them. Aug drop. You got them. We want them. Ah. Augments. Interesting. Oh, so it's like an augment selling place. It's a diner. I bet it's closed though. What does that say? Dogs only? Dogs only. See or better. Does that say the Bat Cave? It sure does. That's funny. The Bat Cave. Oh, Moist is pretty cool, even if I don't like the name very much. Nuh-uh. Ovata. For a second, I said Vinti. I was like, wait. Nuh-uh. Wait, fuck it. Just gonna keep going in this direction. Oh, man. Ooh. Skirt? What was this? Look at that. A bag or a set. You cool. You're cool. We're cool. Yeah, you're cool. We're friends. A rebel warrant officer. Oh shit, run away. No, no. They're gonna fucking, I'm gonna get served. Go to the source of the remote signal. It's just like in the water. It is in the water. As far as I can tell, that's correct. There's nothing. I'm hitting the map button. There's just nothing. This would be kind of cool. What if you could make a floating city? That'd be sick. I wonder if anybody's tried that. I'm sure they have, but that'd be really cool. Just a random fucking island. So you're telling me if I keep going, there's another just random island out here? What is that over there? Yeah, what is that? Well, keep going. We're going to the distant horizon, ladies and gents. Who knows where it will take us, but we're going. Uh-oh. That was the wrong button. I wonder if there even is anything, or if that's just like the distant. Oh, maybe I'm looking at. Uh-oh. I think I'm looking at land. I can't tell. I think it's just land. Cause this, yeah, this is kind of more out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing out there, so fuck it. This is just a waste of time, isn't it? I'm just wasting time. Just a good old boy. Didn't mean no harm. Huh? Yeah, the paddles are kind of funny, aren't they? I should have my land speeder for this. It would make more sense, but this is way funnier. Besides, this is the fastest I think I got anyway, so I want to go fast, not slow. Okay, search for proof. Oh, the rap? You mean the rapper? The rapper? Proof? 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 Where are you? Proof? Defeat Commander. Defeat Commander. And find proof. Okay, where's the proof? Is every one of these buildings gonna be something that just goes into the fucking earth forever? Yeah, it looks like it is. 5 different buildings. Here you go. Alright, let's go see if we can find some proof. Oh, well that was fucking, I found the proof. So let's find Tar Haram. Haram Bish. You going down. Nice. Ah, let's see. Target Matara. Matara Venram is 20 meters away somewhere. But where that is, where did they come from? Where did, oh my god, 20 meters directly below me. Oh, well, the question is, I assume it's this one. They're the closest one to this building. Nope. Oh, whoops, no. Delete. Still below me. How do I get down there? I assume it's this one. Actually, no, it must be this one. It's the only one that goes down. It's got to be this. Oh, I thought they just had like jean jackets on. I was like, what the hell did I walk in? Is it the tunnel snakes, man? What is this? What is going on here? Oh, I gotta return to what's his nuts. Turn to Jasper. Lieutenant Jasper. Deck up. 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 And out. Hello. It is I. Gotta try to keep an eye on how much I got. 59 of 80, okay. Can still loot plenty more things. Anything cool? I'll just put, here we go. A numlock. Anything cool that I can put on? Oh no, equipped items. There we go. Hey! I can wear a vest. Oh, wait a second. Oh yeah, we're doing that instead. That's more attributes. Yeah, right? Oh, that's weird. How does that... How does that math? Well, that's weird. That doesn't make any sense to me. See, 1 of 5. Yeah, because that just doesn't have, like... So what if I just equip that? And it drops a bunch of stuff. So, and then if I put this back on... Let me see, I need this to stay out here. You know what? I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna do it. We're just gonna keep equipping things and see how it goes. Basically. What is this? Oh, survival gear. And all this would replace, yeah, all that stuff. So we don't want to do that. Okay, that's what we got, and that's what we're wearing now. On the underside, of course. That's my ugly underside clothes. I've always wanted to buy. Sorry, please pardon my aside. I've always wondered what one of these are like. There we go. Nothing? Oh. Well, that sucks. Huh. Huh. Isn't that sad? First one I ever go into, it's completely it's undone. Oh, we're up higher up, are we? Apparently not. a Wookiee hero. We all know who that is. And no trade trash. Statted stash, large couch. Ewok Festival of Love painting. Ooh. This is cool. Oh, that's really cool. Getting ready to ambush them, the rebels. Fucking rebels. A reptilian flyer model. This is so cool. There's another one. I've seen one of those earlier. Oh, nice. There's another one. Occupational hazards. Oh, this is probably something that won. It like won art. That's probably what it is. I was thinking too much of like how the people. Oh, this would be cool if you could sit here and just snipe things like that. Now that would be cool. Oh, this is cool. Do you have it raining just here all the time? This is sick. No, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna. Oh, it's because of the it's a malfunctioning moisture bait. I see. That's really cool, bro. I love that. Ancient Life Day. Misk BS stat gear. Alright. This is cool. Kashiki and fireplace. Nice. Miniature Tusken Raider. Cool. Alright, we're out of here, sorry. Again, I don't mean to get, like, fucking wrapped up in people's shit. I hope you guys like it as much as I do. Alright, let's get out of here. RT. There's like a curiosity killed the cat kind of thing. I'll see some places there's something that'll look cool and I'll be like, this has the makings of, there's cool things in here. And I'm just like, I gotta see the cool things. What's up? Oh yeah, that's right. That's coming soon. Do you want to pack a bowl so we can hit it?
No, I don't want to be.
Okay. Love you.
Love you.
Okay. Oh, I just realized, damn it, I'm making a mistake. I don't need to travel all this way. Okay, well, let's go. Need to travel back to... ooh, what the fuck? Oh, pilot trainer. Who is this? What is this? Hammond Ballader. Who is Hammond Ballader? It's still Coronet though, so we're gonna go to Coronet. I'm getting like sidetracked every time I try to do something. I'll fucking. So let's now I'll pull up the data pad. This can go away. The data pad. Let's see. What do you got for me? Then Jasper. What is Hammond Ballader? Black Sun. Ah, that's right. Oh, you know what? Oh shit, I need to go buy that. Oh fuck. Before I forget, I keep putting it off, so that's what we're gonna do. Starport, anywhere around here. Fucking Starport. I was gonna say I'll find it as I get deeper. I was gonna say, usually just a big old, big building. Usually a big fucking building. There it is. I see it already. They're usually big and they're usually round because ships are fucking large in Star Wars. There's that ringing again. I love that so much. I don't know what that is, but I hate it. Oh, I mean, I don't know what that is, but I love it so much. Select. Actually, go back. Manage. Okay. Am I gonna go back? Also, I can travel in my X85 or whatever, or Z95. X85. Z95. My headhunter. Boom. Ah. Could I do that? Overload the mass. Ah. What is the mass? What is my mass? I can only hold 100 more mass, huh? Let me see. Unload. And that's the prototype reactor. Energy. Well, now that's interesting. So, mass. 1,500. Where is this all coming from? Unload. I want to try to understand this. I don't have anything else anyway to unload and unload. And, armor's better, but that's it. The hit points are lower. Way lower. Mass is way higher. But the reactor generation's a little better. But it's just, overall, it's a worse choice. I'm gonna take my this thing, and we're gonna go into space, actually. Because I need to. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Oh, you want me to use that at 26, huh? Okay. Ooh, teeny. Okay, let's see. Pour. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Fair. Let's see. We'll figure that out too. We'll be doing that today. This is all. So I'm gonna take like this. I'll have to make a stop of it home at some point. Data pad backlight. Okay. So now I'll take. There were things that I did actually like want to leave here. What is that? Where is it? Stuff you can make things with. A picture printer. I'll leave that here. Okay. No, that's it. And then all this is like coming with me. My armoire. Alright. No, we can look at like... Oh, I need to bring this with me. I need to bring this with me. That's for Ithorian. I'll just start loading clothes up, I suppose. Oh, shit. I don't remember what I was wearing. I'm pretty sure it was the simple... Wait. That. Appearance. Show my equipped items. Oh. I don't have the flight suit on, right? Oh, flight suit. Oh, flight suit. There we go. And then I need the boots. Of something. Thermal boots of stamina. Works. And then, from in here, I need to take out bracers, right? Let's see, so... You bracer, what? Oh, that sucks. All these don't do anything. These are just, let's see. Some gloves. I need gloves. There we go. Those gloves actually do something. Then I need... Oh, those are pretty good. What does those do again? Oh, it's something for stamina. Those are pretty good. Stamina 5. Stamina 6. Okay. It's a lucky vest. 4 con. Okay. So, with that being done, that means I can wear these. And what else did I grab? I don't think I was able to grab anything, huh? Oh, that's it. I'm pretty much fully equipped now. Okay. Well, we'll see how it works. Then all the clothes can go into the armoire. Clothes go into the armoire. Anything I'm not wearing. We'll leave the initiate's robe. kind of try to bring this stuff up and push out. There we go. That's good enough. Okay. Now then, like, a lot of this stuff I'm gonna get rid of when I go down to, I'll go next time I go to, Tatooine. I'm gonna throw a lot of this stuff in there. Oh, here we go. Here's a shirt. Oh, wait. What am I? Am I wearing a shirt? Oh, but I've got my neck. What about my neck? Hold on a second. Does that not count as my neck? No way. Oh, okay. I was like, man. Okay. Well. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Oh, here we go. So here's the gong structure, or the gong thing. 5th section. Oh, can't I just... Okay, how about this? Okay. And in the bookcase. What do I want to put in the bookcase? Oh, wait a second. I got technically some more. Put this in. Yep. This goes in there. Because it's technically an outfit. And I just saw something else. Oh, yeah, here we go. What about my belt? I have an actual belt equipped. Okay, yes, I do. Oh, wait, show equipped items. Waist, wrist. Okay. So there it is. Strap belt of stamina. It is a 4 stamina. Or an 8 agility. Ooh, I think I'd rather have an 8 agility. Okay. And for now, we'll see how this kind of goes. Maybe this is a terrible idea. Because I have been told, specifically, to not... that I'm supposed to wear my Jedi gear. Just all the way through, basically. But... I mean, according to my stats, this seems... it should be better. This should be better. So, if it's not, I'm a little confused as to why that is, at least. Oh, guns. Here we go. Oh, that's right, but I don't want to put, what is that? 30, 20... Oh, yeah, this could go in here. Okay. And all that's gonna have to go in my actual house. Oh. I forgot I had one of those. I'm gonna have to figure out how to use all these crafting stations and stuff one day. It may seem like I'm going back and forth between. It's because I did. Okay, I forgot where I was going. I was like, how do I get to my chair? All right. Like, how do I gotta return to Jasper. Hello. We're in space. So I gotta find. Where's my? Whoopsie. Oh God. I mean, it's in terms of the game itself. I've done. I've done a lot, but now I'm in space and I'm trying to figure out how to get back to. Oh, there we go, Corellia space station. I was just dropping off all my stuff and changing appearance and like getting, like I'm trying to figure out what equipment I should be wearing. Because as far as I can tell, I'm at a point where I'm getting better actual gear than I was given through my robe. So, but now I'm just getting. We gotta just drift over to the station itself. Here we go. You can barely see over that terminal. Now that's a terminal for you. Okay. Unlike the land, let's go to Coronet Land. I feel cold death. That place is strong with the Force. The dark side of the Force. The stinky side. It's strong with the stinky side of the Force. Well, yeah, I mean, they do have Bacta. You could just throw anybody in magical blue goo that just mends people miraculously, so... I mean, pretty much, and as people are quick to point out, you know, losing a limb or something isn't the end of the world in Star Wars. You just get a quick, beautiful limb replacement, and they're pretty fucking cheap. So... not too bad. It is kind of it's kind of incredible to think of all the people that take to the stars, though. That part is crazy. Corset jacket, because that just means like your average human is like capable of like flies in the stars no problem from a child, handles the G-force of flight. But then to be fair, Star Wars ships are different. Taking off in a ship is not like taking off in a rocket ship. Their ships are, you know, Star Wars ships are advanced. You don't feel that, all them G-forces and all that shit. None of that happens. The compensators on Star Wars starships are insane. It's like flying a starship is like driving a car, basically. To be fair. An ant probably thinks it's insane that we get in those things and drive them around. You know what I mean? I mean, an ant probably doesn't think much beyond... But, you know, whatever. Food, queen. That's probably what the ant thinks, so... But, you know what I mean. You get the gist. Oh, what is that... honestly, an average human from Star Wars would be pretty much. Pretty much. At least, I mean, that's the one that we hear all the stories about. You see, Star Wars is full of all the people. See, us, the average human. Here, yes, postulate. I love it when he postulates at the same time I do. The average human in Star Wars is... the average human in here is basically the background actor in Star Wars. You know what I mean? It's all the people you see in the crowd. Those are your average humans. I gotta go talk to the Dick Tot. Wait. Oh yeah, he's still inside. Oh yeah, that's right. You did miss this. Speaking of what did I miss? Basically, no, not commands. Appearance. You did miss. So this is my appearance outfit, of course. But you did miss this. This is my new equipment. It's a bunch of stuff that has apparently like fairly decent stats, and I'm hoping to kind of I think it feels like it's gonna be better. It should be better than my robe. My robe does. All it does, as far as I can tell, all I can do, 21 con, that's it. This stuff does, like, let me see, 7 agility, and then all this kinetic and protection and all this stuff. That's the outside suit. Let's see here. The boots, that's 6 stamina. This should be more of this right here. Kinetic and energy, heat, cold, acid, electricity. And then let's see, that's all the pieces that I've got on. I've able to been fit. And my gloves, agility 3. Although I think you can wear gloves already with the other piece, but it doesn't matter. Now I definitely can. And I think belt too, because I can't remember if this. I think this covers the belt piece, doesn't it? Let me see. Nope, it doesn't cover the belt piece. But you can't. No, you can't wear gloves with the initiate's robe. So it should be better. See, well, this is why. Actually, this is why NGE, man. This is part of the why I love the NGE, because this part of the NGE experience is the equipment stuff. So this is what you used to. This is what I'd look like right now if it wasn't for the fact that of a wonderful little thing called an appearance screen. That's all. All you need is an appearance screen. So that's otherwise what I would be stuck with, which is, you know, I kind of like the helmet's cool. The helmet's great, but everything else is kind of really basic and goofy looking. This looks fucking great. So I did discover for the most part Magneto from X-Men would love the world of Star Wars. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty fair assertion. He'd fit in. They'd probably tell him he had the Force, and he'd be like, "No, I don't. You don't understand." And they just would be like, "No, you don't understand. This is the Force." And he'd be like, "No, it's not. It's not the Force. I have mental powers. No, you're a crazy person. It's the Force." That would be an interesting conversation, wouldn't it? I did not have words to express the delight and deep thanks I have your actions this day. I feared that the light had fallen from my administration, plunging the entire garment into the darkness. But then out of that growing darkness, our hero rose. You. Glad to have cleared you, sir. You have done us a great service this day, and it is my honor to recognize the service with the Corellian Medal of Distinguished Service. Whoa! Hey, I get to go speak with... Okay, I'm getting a medal. I also got the Corellian corset jacket, so that's pretty cool. The Force throw a planet? I mean, it could technically. See, that's the thing too. You remember the analogy I made earlier? It was actually very apt. So your body is gasoline, and the fuel being like literal fire, just fire to spark that flame. So the aptness of it is that the harder you use the Force, the quicker it burns you. Basically, that's why in some of the books there are some Legends books that go into like people who use the Force. Luke and his nephew Jason ends up being like, there's a few times they're like, oh, they glow with the power of the Force and stuff like that. Or there's a line in there, it's like the atoms are being seared. I can feel my atoms being seared with the power of the Force and all that stuff. And it's what it is. It's like when you use... Anybody can do that. Anybody with the proper training and a real true connection to the Force could channel the Force like that. The problem is that you can only do that for about 5 seconds. The amount of Force energy it would require for you, to move a planet is, I mean, it would be, if it didn't rip you apart, you would be pieces. You would be scattered to atoms, essentially. So that's what it is, right? That's the answer for that right there. is that it's an extreme act of, and some people, the reason why I say some people can, for example, move ships and not have themselves ripped apart is just purely due to their innate instinctual connection to the Force. Some people are connected to the Force on almost like it's sort of like channeling electricity through perfect, like in a perfect conductivity environment where something has been set up and the entire science is down to it, as opposed to trying to power, like say for example you electrified a lake and then threw the power cable for your Xbox into the lake and tried to power that Xbox. That's kind of like what it is, if you, like, for an untrained person, basically. If that makes sense. Or a person who has, like, a really, like, a poor innate connection. That's why you hear about the Jedi who essentially fail the Jedi training and all that, who they don't go on to be full-fledged Jedi. They do other things because their sheer connection to the Force it's just not that powerful. It's just not that powerful. And that, ultimately, going back around to something, is why Disney's idea of everybody can use the Force if they're trained, is fucking terrible, because that's not how it works, motherfucker. You're born with it, or you're not. Period. Anyway, thank you, I'm honored. Medal for distinguished service. Bask in the glow of a thankful diktat. I'm basking. I feel the bask. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I gotta believe that. Magneto could probably do that. That's the thing too, because his emotions aren't like or his power, I should say, is not connected to like some force that rips him apart. It's just all like mutant ability and driven by sheer emotion and stuff like that, and almost like instinctual connection to oneself instead of this fucking magical MacGuffin. You know what I mean? So it is. I could believe that. I could believe that. Especially, could you imagine if Magneto was made immortal? Like if immortal, like the immortal. I'm talking about like Marvel Comics. I think it's Marvel, the Immortal, or maybe that's DC. I might be getting please don't laugh at me. I don't care that much about comics. Of the Immortal, if like his whole thing was transferred onto Magneto, could you imagine? Anyway, I'd be happy to help. There's your next episode of fucking Marvel's What If or whatever. What if Magneto was the next immortal? That's DC. Okay, yeah. See, I have no. Okay, you're right. There you go. See, fucking. I just lost him minus 1 million nerd points. See, I promise I'm not a full nerd. See, it goes back to that whole thing I was saying. Some people know some things about a lot of things. Some people don't know a whole lot about a whole lot of things. I think DC is. I like Batman. I like watching Batman, and that's about as much as I know about comic books. I think the Justice League TV shows were very good, and that's about as much as I know about comics. So. See, and I'm sure they have. See, that's the thing about comics, is they pretty much fucking. That's why they had to come out with those crazy, like, the universe stories, where they go into multiple universes and all that shit, because they've told. Excuse me. Because they've told every story under the fucking sun. What else are you gonna do other than make alternate timelines and shit like that? It's like you got no other choice now. You just gotta make shit up because it's. We've done it all already. Let's see. I'll let you know where she is. So now we gotta track down the murmurs. Coronet murmurs. Chalk to Jain. Jain. Let's see here. Jain. Jain. What brings you to me? I'm following up on rumors for Lieutenant Jaw. Ah, yes, a contact of mine mentioned that he was shipping some rather odd items from a group that he couldn't name. Ah, doesn't that kind of shipping happen often? I'll look for him. What can you tell me about him? Okay, his name is Moro. He's a Bothan who does some work for the traitorous Corsac troops that may have information. Oh, so I gotta go talk to the rogue Corsac and beat some more of those guys up, basically. When he became Galactic's Herald. That's cool. I'm more to Dark Horse. So like Spawn, Hellboy, and back. See, I liked, you know what, Dark Horse kind of has a special place in my heart because I played the hell out of the Star Wars Bounty Hunter video game. And Dark Horse did like a whole thing for that in the unlockable section of the game. As you complete things and unlock things, you can get a whole Dark Horse comic of like Boba Fett, various Boba Fett comics about what he's done and like just certain little cool things, or like the story written in a comic form. Like there's various things on there. It's really, really cool. And so yeah, ever since then I was like, oh, I love Dark Horse. I want to read more of this. Oh, I need to get information. I came out here to beat dudes up, and I need to get information from Moral. Oh, that was it. I just needed to beat one dude up. Oh yeah, if that's all at all interesting to you, you could of course look up the comics, or you could get the, you know, they just recently remastered that, and you can get it probably for like 20 or 30 bucks right now. Star Wars Bounty Hunter, and it's just a whole game about. It's literally the story of how Jango. If you ever wondered how Jango Fett became the what's it called, the fucking template for the clones, play Star Wars Bounty Hunter, and that's all I'll say. Yeah, of course, absolutely. It's like that's kind of a legendary one. It's fun too. You play as Django, and there's like a whole bounty hunter thing. So you go through the missions or whatever, and you're capturing dudes for bounties, and then the story kind of begins. But as you continue going through missions, there's like targets you get through the level, and how you get them and stuff affects your rating and all this. It's fun. It's fun. It's old, but it's fun. Especially if you never played it before. And it's a shooter, and you get to be Django, so you get to fly around and fucking do cool Django Fett things, so. Let's see. No, you don't understand. I'm getting involved. Unless you are willing to shut them down, I won't tell you anything. That's my plan, if it's dangerous. Oh, it's dangerous. Deadly, even. Well, it is, but it's like it makes so much sense because it's like that's kind of the ultimate thing about Star Wars is, as I was saying earlier yesterday or whatever, Star Wars is for kids, but it's like fucking not, you know? Like it's complex and there's so much to it, and there's so much to critique about it. There's so much to like, especially if you're taking it all in or comparing one things to other things. It's it's like, man, Star Wars. Fucking love it. Let's see here. I need a box of ammo. What does it want? Look through the shipment. Oh, I need to just touch the things. I see the shipping manifest. Okay. Good work. Go to the drop location for the shipment and find out what you can do about it. Okay. And yeah, this is just like this particular game. It's very MMO, and it's getting very MMO-y in the sense that there's not the story of what's going on right now. God, who knows? But it's just you're here and you're doing it. In fact, I mean, I don't even like I'm where I'm supposed to be in terms of quests, but as far as I can tell, I finished the legacy quests, you know what I mean? So whatever I do at this point is kind of just pushing the various stories of the game. After everything I absorbed, the very thing they called Anakin, he still fulfilled. He did. Well, see, that's the thing. I was gonna say, I know. I was gonna say, I don't even know what you could say. Is the fucking fulfilled the prophecy and all that. Yeah, he. Well, so that's kind of the interesting thing about it is that Anakin totally did fulfill the prophecy, if you consider the fact that I see a lot of people didn't do any closing arcs. Yeah, see, no, that's the thing, man. So Anakin did sort of fulfill the prophecy, and if you think about the fact that he had kids, man. He had kids that fixed everything. So even though Anakin rejected, like if we're even like reaching into the Clone Wars, the TV show, and the whole Mortis and all that stuff, even if he rejected being the balance and all that was erased and blah blah blah, he still, by having kids, he brought balance to the Force, because that's what his son did and worked so hard to do, was to not just bring balance to the Force by destroying the Empire or Emperor, but continuing the balance by not destroying the whole of the Empire. You know, in Legends, Luke comes to, you know, of course, marry fucking Mara Jade, who was an Imperial hand and wanted to kill him and all that shit, and like Luke and Mara end up being some of the strongest supporters of a reformed and like re-respected empire as part of a whole galaxy. And it's I think, man, that's why I like Legends. Honestly, that's why I like the Legends the most, is because it goes into like, it takes us like Star Wars 4, 5, 6. The Empire is bad, Empire bad, and you don't really see that other perspective of like, some of these people were just people doing their jobs and living their lives. Some of these people just sort of believed the Emperor's rhetoric. Some people didn't have any idea about any of the shit that was going on the other side of the galaxy. And Jedi were just a myth to them, basically. They'd never seen a real Jedi. You know, you gotta think like, oh, the height of the Republic, there were 10,000 Jedi. 10,000 Jedi to go across the whole damn planet. Hello, Goran over there. Or a whole damn galaxy is not a lot of Jedi. Most people never even saw a Jedi in their lives. Most beings in the galaxy never saw or met a Jedi in their lives. And so it's like, I totally believe that there was that, you know, through coercion and just like deception and the lies, the web of weaves that fucking Palpatine creates, like, yeah, he's able to trick the whole most of the whole galaxy into believing that the Jedi were either traitors or didn't really exist or whatever. It didn't matter at that point, because they were bad as far as everybody else is concerned, and the truth didn't really matter, because everything else was business as usual. And that's how that whole thing kind of really boiled down. It's a complex fucking thing, and it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. The whole story of it all is insane. Retrieved. Oh shit! I gotta touch terminals, huh? Oh boy, what terminals do I gotta touch? None of these are touchable terminals. Uh-oh. Let's see. They said he was going to bring down the darkness of the Sith. And they said he became a Sith. I simply said, who killed Palpatine? See, that's the thing, is that at the end of the day, like, Anakin did, like, bring balance to the Force. Like, it took him a long time to do it. But also, Anakin, I mean, if we're to believe a lot of the things that are written in sort of the books and stuff like that, Anakin sort of tried to work against Palpatine in many ways over the years. A lot of the things that didn't really fully work for Palpatine were because of Darth Vader and stuff like that. He wasn't totally like... Oh, and it goes back to what I was saying earlier, when they needed each other. Anakin hated Palpatine after that. Basically, after like on day 3 of them being homies, Anakin hated Palpatine because he realized everything that he had done, that Palpatine had done to him. You have to understand, Palpatine locked him in a suit that was largely uncomfortable. He didn't enjoy being in that fucking suit. Oh, we're doing something else now. Kill Ben. Oh, did I level up or something? Hey, leveled up. 45. Anakin did not enjoy being in that suit, and he resented Palpatine for putting him in it and forcing him to deal with it. Let's see. Slash Tar Ben. Ben Calder, where are you, you fuck? And so, I don't even remember where I was going with that, but yeah, so he was like, man, when Luke came along, that was his opportunity. When he realized that Luke was alive and his kids were alive, and he, like, all that, that's why the whole him joining him was actually true. He would have absolutely wanted Luke to join against Palpatine, but it would have been under the wrong pretenses, so Luke couldn't have done that. It would have been in a dark alliance. It would not have been Vader joining Luke against the Emperor and the Empire. It's Luke joining Vader against everything that he thinks is wrong and opposes and stuff like that. So, I'll use Ben Calder's computer. Here we go. Kill Pert Ralkin. Tar. Did that work? Yes, it did. Okay, where are you? Pert Ralkin? Ah. And, so yeah, it was, so, yeah, it's a tangled web. Very tangled web. Oh yeah, that's the thing, man. I always say, the tragedy of Anakin Skywalker is Shakespearean. It is a Shakespearean-level tragedy. 100%. It is like, it's like Macbeth. It's not the same story. Obviously, I would never argue that. It is Macbethian. It is one of the greatest stories ever told. And that it's and a lot of people, that's that's kind of the crux of Star Wars. It's hard to really wrap your head around that because Star Wars is a fucking kids show. All of this is for kids, you know what I mean? Still ends up being one of the greatest overall, with all these parts and complexities when taken into account and fully thought out, are one of the greatest stories ever told. 100%. So from the research floor, oh, what does that say? Security. Let's see, how about research floor security? Nice. Well, that's the thing, man. Anakin, he was like so confused. Like that's really the thing, is that it just makes sense. Like, he was confused. Everything around him just like led up to things not making sense for him, and he was, and a lot of really bad shit happened. He's in a really bad place. I mean, his mom and everything else happening, and the visions he was having the whole time. Which actually, here's another mind-blowing thing that I'm gonna drop on you in case you weren't fully aware. Guess who Anakin's dad is? Just take a guess.
It's Palpatine.
It was Palpatine. You know the whole there was no father? That's because Shmi was artificially inseminated literally by the Force. That's the story for that. Palpatine did that. In case anybody was so there's the bombshell that I actually Palpatine did that. So that whole in case I don't know why I forgot to mention that earlier, but that's what it is. Let's see. Oh, I gotta touch the thing. Get the codes to the security research terminal. It's from more researchers. If he causes a force actor that Palpatine is making his Lich clones. That's sort of it. Yeah, that's sort of, yeah. So it was all, it comes down to the it's fucking force insemination basically. And so Palpatine ends up, it's a long running plan, man, that ends up forming and that's the thing, is like really and so what I was getting at with that is that the things that Anakin's, you know, the visions that Anakin has throughout the movie, particularly I think it's 2 and 3, those are visions from Palpatine. Palpatine is manipulating his dreams with visions of terrible, with all basically he's funneling. He's allowing only Anakin to have visions of things, but the only visions he's allowing him to have are bad ones. So Anakin becomes terrified, and the worst thing that you can do as a Jedi is fear. So he became completely engulfed in fear, and that fear allowed him to be manipulated to the core of his belief, which was the Jedi Order, his wife, everybody around him that he'd known for decades. The only thing he knew, and that was the ultimate, like, that was the twist, the ultimate thing at the end, was that leaving Tatooine to become a Jedi and become better and save the galaxy, that's all Anakin ever wanted. He was that kind of kid when he was young. He wanted to be the knight. He wanted to be the one that saved the day. And so when all of that was a lie and all of it became wrong, and then he dedicated himself to all this, it was a masterstroke. It was a masterstroke. You know what I mean? It was just of just awfulness, essentially. Get the codes to the research terminals. How do I do that? Get the code to the research terminals. Oh, get out there, work without a fight. Oh, okay. So I just gotta keep fighting dudes. Okay. Play just was right. What was Play just right about? I am not super familiar with the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. I always hear the joke, but I was just like, he's some fucking Sith guy. They're all some fucking Sith guys, and they're relatively wise in some ways, but they're also some fucking Sith guys. They just want to mess with your fucking head. Battle for distinguished. Your constitution and agility is increased. But by what? Oh, that's one. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Examine. Oh, yeah, that's not. Unfortunate. Oh, hey, there's another color crystal. There's another light blue color crystal. Or light purple, duh. Ding dong. That's one thing I don't have, is a fucking blue lightsaber crystal. Appearance. Oh, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. Okay. Gotta get codes to the research terminal. I'm not really sure what that means, because it says they're not gonna let me touch my things without a fight. Does not interest me. But I keep fighting the dudes. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. I gotta go to the terminals of the researchers themselves and take their shit, huh? Sentence for song uses opponent dark force until you turn on. That's basically what it is, pretty much. He ends up becoming that. They twist his fucking mind into becoming that. He's sort of like Kratos. He becomes like fucking twisted. True. Though Anakin did, like, I don't know, man. We do be calling it the Youngling Slayer. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. We do be calling it the Youngling Slayer. Where is it? I might as well just... What am I doing? Also, it's really funny that this is the lightsaber they choose to, like... This was the one that they happened to choose for everybody. Could have picked any model. No. We're going with the Youngling Slayer. Okay. What? What? Get the codes from who? Oh, a researcher. I see. I just gotta beat up a researcher till I find the code. There it is. Oh, it sounded like something. Get the code. Okay. Your research notes from research terminals. So, research terminal. Appears to be something. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. There it is. That is so much XP. Kill Dr. Maldian. Target. Maldian. Tar Doctor. Huh. Excellent. Spawn kills some vamp kids by dragging them in the sunlight. Look at the hands while they burn alive. I said, nice one to see you there, kid. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, but they are some vamp kids, aren't they? I mean, that's to be fair. You know what I mean? The poor youngling. Them poor Jedi kids. Master Skywalker, what are we going to do? Actually, wasn't that kid like... I think I might be wrong about this, but I swear I remember hearing that kid was like George Lucas's nephew or something. The kid that Anakin cuts the fuck up. The first one to die, basically, which is kind of insane. I'm pretty sure that kid... Oh, also, if you look in the scene in Episode 1, you can see George Lucas's face and the Nabooian architecture. Anyway, that's another fun little tidbit. They literally just put his face right in an arch. If you look up above the Nemoidian, when he's crawling around on his thing on Naboo, there's one of those scenes, and they're just talking, and it's oh, there we go. You see George Lucas's face. Anyway, funny tidbits. Oh, bracer. Here we go. Okay, what am I gonna have to get rid of to get rid of the bracer? The pulverizer. Oh, I guess I'm getting rid of a pulverizer. Yeah, just interesting dumb facts. Yeah, I mean that's Spawn is crazy. Spawn is crazy though. Crazy shit though. That is Spawn though. That's the thing. It's kind of his thing. I'll read the doctor's journal. I keep walking away before I'm done with things. No, don't combat me. I don't want to combat you. Pop. Get a poke. One last poke, and then I'm on my way. I know a million dumb little Star Wars facts. Like, did you know the Wampa, what happened to Luke with the Wampa was basically all came up with, or at least the fact that he gets hurt and all of that, was made to come up with a reason for why Luke has a fucked up face in Empire Strikes Back, because Mark Hamill got into a motorcycle accident and fucked his face up. So there's another interesting tidbit. Luke's face in that movie, that wasn't prosthetic. That was all Mark Hamill got in a motorcycle accident and had like a bunch of facial scarring from it. So they had to come up with a fucking in-universe reason for Luke to have a fucked up face. There you go. There's another tidbit. You doing okay? That's true. Yeah, that is definitely. If you Spawn is definitely, I would say, take the chains off, or the Punisher. That's an equally similar kind of thing. Except he just doesn't have the powers of hell like Spawn does. Oh fuck, I walked out. Activate the tranquilizing gas. God damn, how much does it want me to do in this one building? It's like, do this, then do this, and I think I'm done, and I start to leave, and then it's like, nope, you need to do this now. Then I want you to do this. So I've completed 2 actual quests just in this building alone. Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of the Punisher. I like Bernthal's what's his words, his representation of it. I'm a pretty big Batman fan, but I can't. It's hard for me to put any of those guys above any of the others because I'm sort of a casual comic book fan, so I try not to say that like my favorite is this or that because I basically know about as much of all as I probably know more about Batman and Spider-Man than anything. Batman, Spider-Man, but other than that, it's Batman, Spider-Man. Other than that, I'm kind of a comic book casual, so I try not to go too hard on any of those. Get a vaccine from the medical cabinet. God, I did it again. Ran up. Vaccine from the medical cabinet. Okay, here we go. Back down. Down is the definition of Punisher. Yeah, I like him. I think he's was a fantastic, his portrayal. So hopefully they'll keep. I'm glad they're gonna keep doing that. Isn't he got like a Punisher movie coming? Isn't that like coming or just came out or something like that? Like good. That all those stories deserve to be. We should be doing more of these really cool characters that we haven't really touched much over all these decades. Then instead of doing all these other motherfuckers that nobody really cares about. Or creating new people. And it's like, there's a lot of characters out there that people have not touched in a long time. We should maybe think about touching those a little bit. So you get the vaccine from the medical cabinet. Like, there's a lot of great IPs that have just been thrown to the wayside because, and just, it's a shame. I'm not being touched or anything. Where the hell is this medical cabinet? Medical cabinet. Boom. Okay, what now? Eliminate the zoo. What? Good, head down to the lowest level of the lab and clear out that menagerie. Elevator down. Is there another fucking elevator? Where's the other elevator? Aha! There it is. I like anybody that's more of realistic. So I like the Flash. The Flash is honestly one of my favorite characters, and that goes back to like his Justice League portrayal. I always thought like Justice League from, you know, the TV show Justice League from back in like the fucking, what was that, like the mid 2000s or something like that. I think he was great. I really like that guy. But yeah. Where is everything? Supposed to be clearing out a zoo. Oh my god. 4 engineered tusk cats. Durney? I need to kill 5 of these things. A sedated engineered Durney. This is messed up, so I just gotta come down here and slaughter their zoo? Yeah, you know what? And I even like, despite I didn't really care so much for like the last season, I think, but I actually quite liked Young Justice as well. I hope that I was hope that they are gonna pick that up again soon, even though they don't really seem like they're going to. I hope Young Justice makes a return someday. What are these? Oh, the bark mites. Okay, how many? 5 engineered bark mites. Yeah, see, I think that was the thing, is that, like, Young Justice sort of, like, took, like, character development and, like a deeper look into, like, sort of like emotions and, like, the various traumas and stuff of, like, especially young people that are going through. Yeah, it had a lot of, and yes, yes, a lot of depth to it. I liked it a lot. I thought that was quite good, and I wish that they'd bring that back, too. I liked Invincible as well, but some of the things were a little much for me, but I think we more or less like that show. We, as in me and my girlfriend, that is. We just finished, I should say, Sons of Anarchy, and we were like, man, we were liking it, but God, we could not wait for it to be over. Oh, that's right, I'm full here, uh-oh. I hope these guys don't, oh no, wait, I'm not full. Quick, full, open your backpack. And he just does it too. That's the great thing about full. Just took all these color crystals in there. That's a good start. Okay, with that one. See, I don't think I ever ended up watching The Boys. I remember hearing a lot about it, but I just never watched it. There's a lot of things, man, that I just, like, fucking skip out on, because I'm just like, I still haven't seen anything more than, like, I've seen, like, 2 episodes of Game of Thrones, or no, I've seen, like, an episode and a half of Game of Thrones, and then that was all I watched of it. I was way more interested in the books, apparently, than I was in the actual show. I seem to enjoy those better. Oh, these are gonna fucking murder me. Oh shit, I'm done. Yep. Oh, now I'm gonna have to run for my life. I got killed by a Click Nick. No, a Click Nick. No, not the Click Nick. Run for your life. Yeah, you know, everybody was like, oh, the boys, and I'm just like, yeah, you know what, I bet I would, I bet I'd watch it, and I wouldn't, it'd be fine, I bet I wouldn't care for it that much. So let me try to heal now. There we go. Now let's bust. There we go. Didn't have my buffs active, or like what little buffs I can activated. Yeah, that's usually the gist I get too. Is that like it was alright up until the end, and I was like, man, I also don't want to get into something that falls apart right at the end. Then I'll just be watching Sons of Anarchy all over again. Shots fired. Oh my god. That's not fair. That's not fair. Oh, this is not fair. They came from downtown. Y'all seen that, right? They came from downtown. Oh my god, am I gonna pull it? I pulled it off just barely. Oh, Jedi. Man. Whew. Whew. Okay. Oh, recommendations. Shoot. I'm always up for recommendations. I need 2 more tusk cats. No, I'm just gonna get away from this one. Not that one. How many are over here? Oh, there's 3. Oh, shit. Whew. if I can. Let's try this. 3. Yeah. Nice long lightsaber throw. There we go. Let's see, Frontier of the Last Kingdom. Okay, I'll keep that. Those both sound interesting. We definitely need something to watch. Most nights we're sitting here like, more Gordon Ramsay, and that's usually how it goes. So yeah, definitely. Oh, it spits at me. I don't like that it spits at me. Oh, it's a gaping spider. What? What's it gonna gape at me? That sounds Senjuan. Oh, I see why they call it a gaping spider. Because of its big head on its back. It's got like a skull thing that moves up and down. That's terrifying. Yeah, could you imagine if you were about to fight a spider or whatever? You just walk up, you see a spider, but there's a, like, literal skull growth on its back. Use my distance to my advantage. Yeah. Oh, well, if I definitely do, it'll be something to talk about for sure. I'll let you know. I'll have to look into it tonight. Oh, actually, what's it on? Because we only have access to so many things. I hate most services and refuse to pay for them. There's no Netflix in this house. Not that. So, like, I used to use my mom's and stuff like that, but I also, like, I don't know, I don't like fucking using, like, my mom's or other people's stuff that are paying for it, and I don't want to pay for it. I'll usually just go to a Yarhar site at that point. Uh-oh. I need one more spider, do I? Uh-oh. Come here, boy. Hello! SNES Grounder, how's it going? I'm good, by the way. Chilling, fighting gaping spiders here at this disgusting zoo underground. These things are freaky. Both on Netflix? Okay, oh dang. I'll see if... I'll poke around. I might be able to find it somewhere else. Kill the boar wolf. Kill the superior engineered creatures. Oh no. Oh no. There's a fucking Acklay down here? Oh god. Okay, so let's try Tar Acklay. Nope, that didn't work. They have a pet gaping spider in this game. Oh god, that sounds awful. Nope. That's a nope for me. Oh, hello. Yes, Serenia. Hi. doing much better technically. Yes, it was a rough day yesterday. Well, platforms? Streaming platforms or gaming platforms? That's a different question. Sedated engineered boar wolf. What we got? Yes, this is a much better day. The manic depression is on manic side, I guess. Now, where's everything else? I don't see no. Oh, I bet it's over there. Or didn't I come from that way? I don't remember. Stream platforms. What do we have? Hulu, Disney Plus, and I think, right?
And then my coworkers let me borrow Crunchyroll.
Oh, okay, so Hulu, Disney Plus, and Crunchyroll. That's the paid services. Anything else that's free is, of course, I mostly use Tubi, actually. If we're not on something, we're either using Tubi or WCO.TV, Or YouTube, honestly. I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch just a lot of other YouTubers. Been watching what's his name? Mono Madness or something like that. And he with like RuneScape runs. I've been watching Napiet doing his old Star Wars videos. I've been watching. Okay, I did go down there already. Oh, Alien Earth. Okay, I'll keep that in mind too. And let's see, what else do I watch? A lot of Linus Tech Tips, and then a lot of fucking Gordon Ramsay, unfortunately. Oh, corrupt the central computer. I was looking for a way to go beat something up. Oh boy, where's the central computer? Oh, it's gotta be like this way, right? Oh, oh, dead end. I'm gonna assume the central computer is back here somewhere. This looks like, if I was a central computer, this is where I'd be. Cuts to a picture. I'm a computer. Oh, I see. I've seen a lot about Andor, and I've thought about that stuff too. But it's just like, I don't know. I gotta sit down and watch Andor one of these days. It sounds so good. I've had, honestly, I don't really want to talk about it because I hate upsetting people because I don't want to say anything about it. But it's like I have a Disney. I hate Disney. I hate them for what they've done to my boy. What they've done to my boy. And then, so I just have like I've tried so hard for so many years to be on like an anti-Disney kick. Let's see, have a nice nap. Yeah, absolutely, Quartermaster, I appreciate it, man. Good evening to you. Fair winds. Enjoy the nap. I hope it's good. And I'll be here. Oh, here we go. I'm a computer. Oh, I'm just overloading two sides of a big computer. Well, that's it. Now we can go back to Lieutenant Joth. Going up. Okay. Let's see. Actually, I just realized what time it is. Yeah, it's getting real close to Fiesta. I need to get the hell out of here. It's about... it's nice. I'm so glad that, like... it's nice to play a game that doesn't crash every 5 fucking seconds. No, yep, and see, that's the thing, is that I hear Andor's really good, and I need to just watch it, because, like, I gotta give them their props. When they finally actually do something good, I need to be there for it, so I need to sit down and just watch it, just get over it, just watch it, because I've seen a lot of clips about it, and it's really good, and they all look really good, but, it's always been one of those things where it's got a Jedi and stuff, and so that always turned me off personally, but I just hear it's so good that I gotta sit down and watch it, and I try to let go of that stuff. Like, I shouldn't always just, like, only care about the Force and Jedi stories, like, because obviously how would I care about, like, Han and Leia's relationship or anything else about, like, that, or the death of Chewbacca. How would I care about any of that stuff if I only cared about the Force? So, yeah, I definitely got to sit down and watch that. Let's see here. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Oh, maybe I'm on a mountain. Oh no, it's the middle of nowhere. That's right. I gotta call a ship. I'm gonna call a man about a ship. You're kidding me. You're gonna make me go across the whole water. That's some bunk. Just a thing, just a nothing. They're actually gonna make me cross the whole water. Well, I'm gonna go towards the big house in the horizon, because because then I know over there I can actually call something in. So we'll go to the horizon. Dog, yes. Dog, I loved. Not gonna lie. There's certain books or that if you kind of listen to them or read them, a lot of them have been made into audiobooks and stuff. it tells a pretty succinct story from beginning to end, and then sunsets the Skywalker saga very well and sets up. I don't know if anybody is a book person or knows the book Crucible by Troy Denning. It was one of the last books released just before Disney took over. But that perfectly set up Ben Skywalker, Tahiri Vela, going after the Mortis and all that stuff and figuring all that shit out. And then they just shit-canned it. I mean, they had perfectly set up the next generation. We were ready for it. It would have been Ben Skywalker and Tahiri Vela, and Jaina Solo being fucking married to the head of the Empire and all that stuff. And that story is so much better than what we've got now. But you know, God, I can. So let's go. We gotta go to Coronet. That's right. Let's travel on over to Coronet. Because we gotta get over there at end for today. What the hell is the Coronet? Oh, it's just all of these in it. Yep. It's just all of these in one area. But yeah, and then and that's the really like the tragic thing about it too is like it sucks because it really sucked to take Chewbacca out of the story and stuff like that. But then it like has such long-reaching implications over time. The way they work it into. See, and here's the thing for anybody that hasn't really put it together yet. Disney, literally, and I'll leave the episode with this. This is going to be the last buried piece of shifty knowledge that fucking eye-open perception. So, Disney, literally, just took the story of like the condensed, the what is it, the Legacy of the Force, the Fate of the Jedi, and stuff like that. Ripped out the Yuuzhan Vong, shoved in pieces and moved it around, like ripped out Lumaya and stuff like that, and then made it their own. Because think about it, Ben Skywalker. I mean, it's just Ben Solo now. And they just skip the whole fall. They just skip the entire fall, by the way. They just skip it all. It just becomes Jason Solo. That's what it is. And then Rey was just Jaina, except they were like, well, we can't have her be connected to the story, because then she can't be a Skywalker, oh my god, or she can't be, you know. So it's just, it's the same fucking story. They just took it and they ripped parts out of it, and they kind of like connected the modules in different ways and just called it their own original story. That's all it is. Because they knew the whole time, they knew the whole time that they couldn't, so Disney was never gonna touch the Yuuzhan Vong. The Disney would never have done that, and they couldn't have done that and put their name on it. First off, it would have been too dark, it would have been way too dark, and it would have been too big. It would have been too big of a scale for Disney, even Disney themselves, to handle. And way too dark. And if you think the too dark thing doesn't make sense, I would like to direct you over to Star Wars Jedi, the original game that they came out, not Jedi Survivor, the first one. The reason why you can't cut limbs off in that game was because originally Disney was very precious about what you could and could not do with Star Wars. So all these things had to go because it was not kid-friendly enough for them in their eyes. And they were never going to put their stamp of approval on something that could cut somebody's fucking arm off, you know what I mean? And wantonly did so. They weren't going to do all that. And then the second one came out, and Stig, whatever his name is, the guy over at Respawn, had to fight tooth and nail and say, look at these comments, look at this. All of these comments that say this game sucks because we cannot cut people's arms off. You have to let me do this. And so they let him do it in the second one. So all of that is my final Star Wars Galaxies bombshell for today. That's the fucking reality of those situations. And I'm supposed to be starring Fast Online right now, so I gotta fucking end it. And I'm gonna take a very short break, probably like 10 minutes, and I'll be right back with Fiesta. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Another day of Star Wars Galaxies. I'm sorry this one is so much of just a fucking... I don't mean for this to seem like a fucking lecture or anything like that. I just... you get me going on shit and I'll fucking go. Especially when it comes to Star Wars and stuff like that. So love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Farewells, travelers. I'll see you very shortly for Fiesta. So just stick around or whatever you want. The chat will still be open right here. So hang on. I'll be back. Love you so much. Farewells. May the Force be with you, Star Warsers. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Bye.